How's it going, folks? Who got first? I was here before stream started. That's tough, bro. That's tough. What's up, Odin? Welcome in, everybody. That time of the day, Chad. That time of the day, indeed. Welcome in, folks. Jeezy with the first. Welcome in, Jeezy, Ampy, 21, Giannis, Odin, and Smashy. Tired? I'm a little bit tired myself, but I don't think it's due to, like, physical exertion. I think it's due to shit sleep schedule. Which is pretty par for the course. I mean, I complain about that, like, literally all the time. So it is what it is. I hate black deck so badly. Never try gold streaking black deck. It sucks. Didn't Jeezy try streaking black deck for a while? I know somebody in chat, one of the prolific gold stake streakers in chat, did. It's not complaining, it's bragging about your problems. You know what? That's a good mindset. That's a good mindset. Mindset is like 90% of everything in life, man. Maybe not 90%, but it's a non-zero amount, that's for sure. That's kind of walk back of the century, but I digress. Hi, good evening, Shock. What's up, P-Dog? I have done it. Good practice is tough. I would imagine, man. You're a braver soul than I, for sure. Also, chat, something to, so I don't know how you view what emotes are usable in chat, but 7TV emotes have been enabled. So I'm going to drop a Monka S just to prove that. I've got a handful of emotes on the channel. If there are any emotes that you want in the future that are not here, shoot a message in the Discord in just like general chat, !Discord, and I can work on it. But there are a handful of 7TV applicable emotes in chat now. 21 with the hydrate, I got you with that. I've managed a 4 streak, but it took 90% of my sanity to get there. If it makes you feel better, a 4 streak on black deck is probably like a world record, because I don't know anybody else that would want to subject themselves to that type of shit. Can we get a carpet salesman emote? What do you mean a carpet chat? I'm just not a carpet salesman. That's all there is to it. I am going to hit an exclamation mark wheel, though. Damn. I haven't hit my last couple of exclamation mark wheels. It's been making me feel really inadequate as a man. Because normally I'd be hitting those not even trying. And it farms some serious aura, let me tell you. It farms some serious aura. Carpet bug. Oh, man. But anyhow, welcome in, chat. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday night into Sunday morning. W banana emote user. I think Shock is the shepherd from Minecraft. Also did my hydrate get eaten. I literally hydrated and I literally acknowledged it. The shepherd from Minecraft. What does that even mean? Shepherd. Oh, does that motherfucker sell carpets? I swear to God. Shepherd Minecraft. Villager profession that trades wool, dyes, carpets, beds, and banners. Yep, ban that guy. Just kidding. That was good. That was good. I have to work a double in from 11 to 9, and I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, that's ass, man. Best of luck with that. Absolute best of luck with that. That's awful. I wish you all the luck in the world. I'm in the house like carpet. Huh? Huh? Can't remember. It's 5 or 6. Damn, Jeezy might be the world record holder then. 5 or 6 win streak on black deck. I mean, does anybody have anything higher than that? I have to imagine with the amount of people that actually like run black deck, I have to imagine that that's a world record. Jokes aside. Shock, I have an important question. How was keyware? How was Key West? Bro, I was not in Key West, and if I was not selling carpets. Okay, man? Is it wrong to say Ghost Deck is the best for finding the last gold stickers? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Ghost Deck is definitely the best deck for C++. My goal isn't even to win as many as I can anymore. It's to high roll the fuck out of early game and have an open Joker slot for my missing Joker. I mean, yeah, man. That's super fair. That's super fair. Made a typing mistake. I gotta leave stream and never return. Truth nuke. Latro. Welcome in, Bobarob0. I just got Eternal Hexed Squimbo and onked it next shop. Yeah, you're chilling, bro. Streamer, did you answer my hiker question? The one in the Discord? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Excuse me. Yes, that one. I'm just gonna say no, just because I hate hiker, so that we can move on with our lives. Anyway, chat, plan for the day. We unlocked Blue Stake. This is the wrong profile because I was recording B-roll. Awkward. Awkward. Anyway, we unlocked Blue Stake yesterday, which means that we also unlocked Plasma Deck after beating Blue Stake. Okay, we've been running a little bit of Plasma Deck to get it up to par with the other decks. Been getting a lot of stake wins. It's been a good time. Here's the thing today. I think today we're going to do daily games. We're going to rock those super fast. Faster than you've ever seen them, dare I say. We're going to rock daily games. We're going to get like 1 or 2 wins on Latro, maybe 3. And then I think we're going to run Slay the Spire 2. Probably not multiplayer. Sorry, chat. I know y'all have been wanting to play multiplayer. Probably not multiplayer, just because I kind of want to run some games. But between playing Latro for the C++ profile this week, and then I've also ran probably like 10 hours worth of games off stream to get B-roll for the next video essay. I'm kind of Balatro'd out for the week. I need a reset. So we might play Isaac, but I'm thinking it's the Slay the Spire 2 angle because I haven't played Slay the Spire 2 on stream in like a long time. So that's the plan for the day, at the very least. We'll do dailies. Let me pull those up right now. We'll do dailies. We'll do a couple of runs of Latro just to make sure that we're not completely stagnant on progress for today on the new profile. And then we'll get into some Spire 2. Anyhow. Where is... There you are. Bonk. W. Isaac, did you also get it during the summer sale? No, I actually bought it literally like 2 weeks before the summer sale. I bought it during the there was a charity event that I took part in during June, and one of the goals for like the charity stream was because people had been harassing me in chat to play Isaac because I had never played Isaac in my whole life. So one of the goals for the charity stream was I would buy and play Isaac during the charity stream. And so I bought it for like $53, literally like a handful of weeks before it went on sale for like $5. Although, to be fair, I've said it multiple times and I'm going to say it again here. I'm not sad about that whatsoever. There are far worse games to lose that type of money over. Obviously, it's like a little bit saddening that I spent like $45 that I didn't need to. However, Isaac's kind of a fire game. I'm not really that gutted over it, to tell you the truth. I would say I've already gotten like $50 worth of enjoyment out of it, and I plan to play it far more in the future. So I'm not, I'm not entirely sad. Balatro'd out, that's possible. If you play 10 hours in one day, yes. It's 10 hours over the course of like 2 days, but then also 3 hours a day every single day this week. So it's been a lot. It's been a decent amount of hours. I just got to get something new on the stream. You know what's been bothering me recently? What's been bothering you, Schmeck? Also, welcome in, man. Follow Turtle for the day. Throwback opener. Always the guarantee. We got a common Joker, presumably. Nothing to do with Molt non-scaling. Probably a page 1 common Joker. Let's do Crazy Joker. No, it's nothing to do with Molt. I'm an idiot. Let's do Devious Joker, then. Bang. Wily Joker is the... No. Yeah, Wily is the chips guy. The Molt guy is zany. That makes sense. 1 in 150 chance. You know what's crazy is we've actually gotten Throwback in 1 already. So we've hit that. I've been playing Spire since my last streak busted on Latro. I've been playing a lot of... I've said this like every stream this week. I feel like this entire week has just been me like repeating things that I've said in previous streams. I've been playing a lot of OG Spire on my phone. I played it a lot while I was camping because like you don't need Wi-Fi to play it. So while I was at the camping spot with like literally 0 service, I was just like running games of Slay the Spire OG and Balatro here and there, but mostly Spire. And it kind of hooked me, man. OG Spire is like, turns out OG Spire, there's like a reason that they made a sequel. It's a pretty fun game. My Joker was different. What time zone you in? American Central. American Central. So if you just did it in your EST, that could be why. Other than that, I got nothing. 22 grand. This is an easy boss. This is an easy boss. This is the Mark. Mark, this is great news. Mark boss, 22 grand. So base is 11k. I believe that to be anti-5 white stake, yeah? This is a gimme. This is a gimme. That's good shit. Over the course of the summer, literally all of my friends look significantly older compared to what they did at the end of last year. I look younger, like what the fluff, man? Listen, there's going to be a time in your life where you look back on that statement, I look younger, what the fluff, man? And you're going to think to yourself, I was a fool for saying that. Blinded I was by my yearning to be an adult. Anyway, let's go. Let's go Scrandle. Can I pick neither? Can I pick neither? Either one of these, I would literally have to be starving in a desert to pick. Actually have to be starving in a desert. Not if I'm taller in the future. A spoiler alert, not happening. I'm still like 5'2" or something. 5'2", a little bit rough, but I would say don't bank on getting taller. Because I was banking on that too, and then guess what? It didn't happen. Although, to be fair, I don't really know your, like, genealogy or whatever it's called. So if you got tall folks, I mean, you can probably bank on it. But, like, if your ma is, like, 5'6" and your pa is, like, 5'8", you might just be cooked, lad. Height doesn't matter. I mean, like, it's a double-edged sword, because I think ultimately your height shouldn't matter, but saying that it just flat out doesn't matter, I think is naive. My dad's 5'11" and my mom's 5'2". You might be cooked. Although that is a pretty big split. I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm picking the sausage here. Tomahawk steak or walking on sunshine freak shake? I gotta go with the freak shake just because it's called the freak shake. Hot dog. Are we sure? Kebab and chili sauce pie. These are both awful pictures. I think I go with the pie every time though. That food looks bland. What the fuck? Welcome to the Scrandle. All the British shit. Not all the British shit, but a lot of the British shit. Pretty bland. Chili cheese burger. Am I crazy or does this literally just look like a Big Mac? With pickled jalapenos, spicy mayo, and lettuce. Oh, the spicy mayo. Okay, I'm thinking that's like Thousand Island. That's spicy mayo. I mean, that ups it for sure, but this is... Listen, the left is obviously winning here. It's a better picture. It comes with fries, and it's using a glorious, presumably pretzel bun. I'm not gonna lie, even if the left doesn't win, I'm still clicking it here because the left has the best bacon that I have ever seen from an English scran, and I have to give it credit for that. That's actually shocking to me that that didn't win. I think it's because the right was free, which is the biggest scam of all time, but it is what it is. Left's gotta win unless scam, dude, literally. I think it's because the right was free, but even with the right being free, I feel like the left clears. I think we did just get scammed there. I think we got fleeced. Shrimp tacos. This shrimp looks bad for a taco. Am I crazy for saying that? Am I crazy for saying that? I feel like if you're ordering a shrimp taco and they serve you the taco, these shrimps do not have an ounce of color to them, as in like char, and they have no seasoning. This is an ass shrimp taco. IMO. Right, definitely killed whoever ate it if it was free. Well, they probably just like were missing information. It was probably part of like a hospitality thing. Shrimp still got the crusty tails. Do they really still have the tails? Wait, they kind of do look like they still have the tails. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, that's the worst shrimp taco of all time. No, it's the right, bro. Can you please do the Jeff Goldblum duel next? I'm not doing the Jeff. We'll do it this one time because you gave me 30 biddies. Remo, thank you for the 30 biddies. Welcome in. Trash versus garbage. Pie, chips, gravy, and peas. Meat and potato pie. Give me the right because it comes with no peas. Literally scammed. I don't even care. Give me the beef tallow popcorn. Action. 50%? Off of pie, mash, and peas and that awful picture. What did that get paired with against? What? Half pizza? I would be really worried about getting served this particular half pizza because the crust doesn't align. That's kind of... I don't know what I think about that. Double Scotch beef burger, gotta win. Even though it does look like pretty good pizza. That pizza gives plus 20 molt. Welcome in, Aaron. Welcome in, Slargs, as well. Got me some roadkill, you boys blessed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we take those. Loaded nacho or the chicharrones Mendes? Chat, who's Mendes? Mendes. Mendes. Jesus Christ. Deer dog. Is that a deer or is that a dog? I mean, it's got to be the nachos, I think. Just food diff. It's the left, and there's no question. Not even reading the other option. Smoked bologna sandwich. Smoked bologna? Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Welcome in, boy. Smoked bologna is crazy. Also, you know what's fucked up is that they mention the smoked bologna sandwich, but they don't mention the waffle fries behind it, which are honestly probably what carries the left here. I would like to point out that pie, peas, and gravy won like 5 out of the 10 scrans today, and that's fucking embarrassing, honestly. Why are the fingers spread like that? Yeah, that is kind of weird. I didn't even notice that. That is really weird. This was a scam and a half. I don't care that the right is free. This was a scam and a half. Also, the right was not free. Your ass is lying. But anyway. This was just a coin flip. It's literally the same picture. I am adamant that the left should not have won, though, because it has peas. The peas take away from this dish. Sorry. Sorry. This is all... we got fleeced today. We got fleeced today. This is the only one where I figure I just guessed wrong. And even then, the peas take away from it. I'm sorry. Also, the right is a better picture. We actually just got rug pulled. I cannot even lie to you. I cannot even lie to you. We just got giga rug pulled. I feel like every single one that we lost on today, as far as the scrandal goes, we should have gotten it. It should have been easy peasy. Welcome in, Mark. Thank you for the good luck. And Fox with the 5-stream streak. That's huge. Thank you for watching. Giannis with the 10-stream streak. That's big. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate y'all. Played on mobile and tilted my way to 3 out of 10 on Scramble today. That's giga tilt, bro. Beef tallow on popcorn is not something I would have thought of, but I do have tallow and want to try that. Yeah. Dude, I gotta say, and it's like the most surface level take for anybody that isn't an idiot, but I've just always grown up eating microwave popcorn. And so I've always been satisfied with it, and I've never really had the inclination to change it. But bro, fellas, seasoning your popcorn, whether you're air popping or like popping over the stove or just doing like microwave popcorn, whatever kind of popcorn you be cooking up, seasoning your popcorn with like maybe a little taco seasoning, maybe a little Greek seasoning, some like smoked paprika, any type of shit like that is a game changer, man. Let me tell you. It's a game changer. You gotta, if you haven't tried it, you gotta try it. Best popcorn seasoning, though, is chili oil and Parmesan. Chili oil and grated Parmesan. And quite frankly, it's not even close. Although if you don't like messy foods, don't try that one because you will piss yourself off with the amount of oil and cheese on your hands at the end of the munch sesh. Parmesan is nasty. Time that guy out. That's the same motherfucker who says hiker is bad or is good, by the way. I'm just giving you a 10-minute timeout. It's nothing personal, but like you got too many bad takes. You got to round yourself as an individual. Come back in 10 minutes. Anyway, teriyaki and pineapple chicken meatballs, 46 ounce. So this is what? 40. Wait, why is this 46 ounce? 48 ounce would be 3 pounds. You can't just give me the full 3 pounds. What the hell is this? Pineapple, teriyaki and pineapple chicken meatballs. Teriyaki and pineapple chicken meatball. Can I ask chat what the application for these would be, other than just like snacking on them straight out the bag, essentially? 2 ounce chef tax. Put some onion powder, garlic powder on popcorn. I stray away from the onion powder, garlic powder angle because despite the fact that it is like extraordinarily tasty, if you use either of those on just straight popcorn, your breath is going to smell like shit for the next like 2 hours unless you brush immediately. And I'm just not a brush immediately type of guy. That's just not in the cards for me. Garlic powder is kind of unmatched, but your breath after macking some garlic powder popcorn, there's few things that smell worse. Hot sauce on popcorn? Yeah. Chop chop, Latro boy. Where's the games? This is a game right in front of you. Welcome in, Avalios. I'm gonna open with a very modest $10.99. If it's cheaper than this, I was literally going to say, if it's cheaper than this, Costco is the greatest establishment of all time. Please sponsor me. These chicken meatballs seem weird. They're chicken meatballs, which is already kind of weird, but there's people who don't do red meat. And also, like, they probably don't taste bad by any means. I feel like that's just another name for popcorn chicken. So, like, that's it. I get it. Teriyaki and pineapple. Like, what are you using these for? That's what I'm saying. The only application for these that I could see is just microwaving a bunch of them and just like eating them straight up, like popping them into your mouth. Like what meal are you cultivating with teriyaki and pineapple chicken meatballs? Pineapple should be deleted from Earth. I will say I'm a big pineapple enjoyer. However, I think I might have developed an allergy to it recently because the last time I had pineapple, I was at Magic the Gathering night at my buddy's house. And for dinner, we had grilled skewers. And pineapple was one of the things on the grilled skewers, which first off, I've never heard of grilling pineapple in my entire life. But like, I'm a big pineapple connoisseur. Not connoisseur, consumer, I guess. So I was chill with it. Tore the shit out of the roof of my mouth, let me tell you. Tore the absolute ass out of the roof of my mouth. Like bad. So I think I might unfortunately have developed an allergy to it, which is tragic, but something, you know, life happens. It is what it is. What will gay motherfuckers me do without pineapple juice, though? Grilled pineapple is amazing, especially when it gets charred. If it wasn't for the fact that I was, like, extraordinarily pissed that my mouth hurt for the entire night while we were playing Magic, I would agree with you. I have to disagree, but it's just out of principle. It's not because I actually disagree. I don't think that's an allergy. Pineapple just has enzymes in it that dissolve flesh. It was one slice of pineapple, though. I would shit myself. Do the enzymes come out if it gets cooked? Is that like a thing? Is the enzyme like more active if it gets cooked, I guess? That's the only thing that I could think of, because it was literally one slice of pineapple, like yay big. And it fucked me up, like, badly. Because I have heard of the whole, like, you know, the enzyme thing regarding pineapple, but, like, even still, I would be super hesitant to believe that that was the case. Anyway, what are these fucking meatballs costing? $11.49. Gotta be. Still higher. What is the... Yellow guess. Within 25% of the target price is yellow. Okay. I feel like it's the difference between regular pineapple versus, like, canned. Not saying you've not eaten fresh, but, like, I don't know. No, like, I only eat fresh. So maybe this was canned? I've literally only eaten fresh pineapple in my whole life. Okay, that's not true because, like, when you're a kid in school and they give you, like, fruit cocktail and shit, that's canned. But, like, whenever I'm recreationally eating pineapple on my own time, it's only, like, straight from the apple, as it were. Like, chopping that bitch up. I think it's got to be a $12.99 or a $12.49 angle, but we win either way. $12.99. That seems completely respectable for 3 pounds of teriyaki pineapple chicken meatballs. What the fuck would you use those for? Cooked pineapple is usually less bromelaned up than fresh. So the enzyme is less active in it, is I'm assuming what you're saying there. I think I'm just fucked, man. I think it's just an allergy. Because I've eaten pineapple in the past and have not had a reaction to it, but it's been like, prior to that experience, it had been a solid, probably like, year plus. You eat those meatballs just as is? That's what I'm saying. Shit break over, back to roadkill piecing? Yep. Good luck, man. This cuddle is ass, I think. There's really not a good way to attack this, I feel like. Maybe something like this. There really just isn't a good way to attack this at all. Hello, Mr. Shock. Welcome in, Aaron. Pineapple is an ingredient, divine. Eating it straight up, bleh. I think straight up pineapple is pretty good. Got Balatrotl in 3. We also got Balatrotl in 3. Good shit. I think this is just straight up a bad shape. I think it's fucked. I think this is going to be the first loss, to tell you the truth. Where would you even start to attack this? I guess you could go like this. No, I think this is actually better. You go like this and you bias towards the right side when you're making a cut. Holy fuck, my mouse is gonna sell me so bad. I think you go straight up and down. I think you bias towards the left side. Or the right side, excuse me. Well, I guess you could also bias towards the left side, depending on how you're looking at it. Maybe something like that. Now, the more I look at it, the more it's bad. The description says that you need 48 to 52 to win. Wait, what? $48 to 52 or better ratios count as a win? Wait, somebody in chat said that somebody in chat said that 45 counted as a win. Somebody's been lying to my ass. Current streak 5. No, that's just absolutely not true unless they literally just changed it. Unless they literally just changed it, that's just flat out not true. Because we have not, on the past 5 times that I have played this, we have not gotten strictly, I mean, you can literally see. No, 45 was a loss. 41 was a win, though? Or 47 was a win, excuse me? This makes no sense. They must have just recently changed that or some shit. Okay, we're not getting 48 to 52 on this, I can tell you that much. The stream is bugged? What do you mean the stream is bugged? Is it lagging out or what? Call me crazy, something like this is the angle. Fine for me. I actually just don't know how you attack this. The stream is fine, question mark. I'm being trolled. I'm being finagled. Shit. Give me this. Soul Read. 60-40. That's ass, man. That's so buns. Oh, man. Well, 07's to the perpetual cuddle streak. That's terrible. That's the worst yet. What is this? Oh, Staddle. I literally clicked on a daily game without even, like, registering what it was. All right, I guess we're doing the Staddle today. We've been doing it a lot in the past, so that's completely fine by me. Varoom? I don't know any of Varoom's stats off the top of my head. I have to assume speed is a good angle here, though. Varoom, you fucked me. I hate you. What do you go here? Defense or attack? Varoom is just terrible, man. Okay, it's always Spatic with Grumpig. No, it's that. We've already lost. Defense on the Metapod, not much else. I think you go HP with the Vullaby. Okay, that was a good read. Revaroom, you go attack. Cast form, you go Spadef. This was awful. In fairness, these were 5 awful Pokemon. 451 to 472. We actually didn't even do that bad. We actually just did not even do that bad, is the crazy part. That's like the closest we've been, even in terms of like ratio and not just pure stats. Hello, friends. What's the strat for the double or nothing challenge? You'll have to remind me what that even is, because I don't remember what the majority of the challenges in the game are, since I think a lot of them are bad. All right, I said we would do the Jeff Goldblum deal. It's the Wordle, but 90% of the time the answer is Jeff Goldblum, for those unaware. Every card has Red Seal. They get debuffed after played. Everything has Red Seal, but get debuffed after playing? I mean, you just have good jokers. Exactly what Schmeck said. You just play a pair build, essentially. Play literally any build where your jokers are the things that are giving you score and not the cards. So, I mean, literally pretty much just a pair build. Jeff Goldblum. Oh, look at that. That's crazy, bro. I'm not playing this ever again. I'm sorry. I'm saying that right now. If anybody donates in the future telling me to play Jeff Goldblum duel, love you to death. Thank you for donating. I'm not playing this. This is so stupid. Play Poople? Trust? I'm not playing the Poople. Debuffed cards barely change your score. Just get any scaling stuff. It's white stake. Yeah, exactly. All right. Let me get the timer. What's the timer at? What am I setting my my live split to? 3810. Dude, my PC is fucking struggling, man. Holy shit. I'm floored that the stream is not stuttering right now. This is actually a historically good night in terms of stream stuttering. Maybe stream isn't stuttering because it's just taking all of the resources available to my PC right now, because holy shit, my PC be lagging like crazy style. Did you know that e-girls want it to be called I-ladies now? Okay, I know that this stream has been very Northern Lion pilled as of recent, but that was like a type A chatter joke. That was a Northern Lion chatter joke. And, you know, that's probably good or bad depending on the person. I'm not going to elaborate on which category I fall into, but I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, we're getting Plasma Deck up. This is going to be free until we get to probably Purple Stake, and then it's going to be insurmountable. But that's okay. That's just the, that's just how life goes sometimes. Do we have an investment tag? No. We're chilling. 2-pair wins here. Evil Latro? Hello? Take the buffoon pack, because I ain't no bitch. Drunkard actually not terrible here whatsoever. I suppose the flush is actually smarter here when we have 4 discards. Normally I go for 2-pair here. I love and hate how much your playstyle changes on Plasma. It has novelty for the first, like, solid 6 runs, and then after that, it's just miserable. Personally speaking. Unless you're doing high score on white stake, in which case you're playing white stake, so you're whimsy maxing anyway, and then nothing matters. Talking purely for gold stake, it's fun for like literally the first like 6 runs. And then after that, it's just terrible. You just don't have any fun. All right, I've gotten all my rebate value. Let's go for like a 2-pair, I guess. Morally good Focus Shock be like, Hiker is an elite Joker, actually. Are you insinuating that my moral compass is not up to par because I think Hiker is bad? Not because I think Hiker is bad, just because Hiker is bad. Like, there shouldn't be any correlation between those two things. Because I'm just stating a reality. I'm not like giving an opinion. Mexican Giannis has sent a single chat without Glumbus emote. And it was probably... the chat was probably verbatim. Damn, this cat emote is really funny. Or some shit like that. New enemy idea. Hiker, Act 3 Elite. Every time you play a card, it gains take 5 damage. That'd be awful, bro. Do have your tome. Message retracted. That's... Hey, I get it, man. I like Kitty. Honestly, fair enough. Who doesn't? For me, it might get to a point where I'm just resetting until Rare Tag gives me a Wii. I mean, that's respectable. I can't even lie. Wii Joker is very fun as well. Finally, some good fucking rebate value. That just reminded me I did a gold stake run on Abandoned deck and solely used straights with Hiker as my chip engine. Giving any credit to Hiker as a chip engine when you're playing straights, which scale by 30 chips per planet card, is actual like insane levels of glaze. Who up playing with they Wii? That's a good fucking question, man. What a shop. What a shop, huh? That's pretty cool. Shock, can you sit tight for a second while I update Twitch? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Chat, you cool if we just take a 10-minute break so that Schmeck can update their Twitch? This is a hypothetical. Or this is not a hypothetical. This is sarcastic in the... for those in the community who have trouble picking up on it. I did use Red Seal Ace with Scholar and Hiker for Ante 2, then towered it later for Flint, the old 200 chip stone. Hiker is still bad. Let me be so for real right now. I only got 4 Saturns that run. That's why I called Hiker a chip engine. That's crazy, bro. No Blue Seal diff really be driving people to Hiker, huh? That's fucking crazy. Okay, that's cool. Never heard a coherent reason as to why Hiker is bad. I probably would never hear one either if I wasn't willing to listen. It drives us to Sly and Banner. Das ist fair. Hey, my boy Sly is kind of the goat though. Why do we have an auto win? Just the nature of the beast, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's bad for gold stake, but good if you have Whimsy in your life. That's probably the most definitive take about Hiker that you can ever come up with. That you can ever hope to construct. Oh my god, we've finally done it. We've put them in the collection. Have I found Wii yet? I have not found Wii yet, it looks like. We gotta find the Wii while we're playing on Plasma Deck. And then after that, it's just 3 legendaries, which are taking forever to pull up. I'm finally achieving my dreams of directing a movie, chat. See, I can't take anything that you say seriously because of the context of who you are as a chatter. However, if that is true, that's very cool, and that's like the biggest W of all time. Congrats. How are we still on about Hiker? I just came back. Because Mexican Giannis, who is the Twitch chatter that keeps defending Hiker, pulled up and immediately started defending Hiker again. And I'm very easily baited into having this conversation over and over again. Jimbo x Charlie Kirk live action Yowie film. I don't even know why I have hope anymore. I'm suspecting Mexican Giannis might be Mexican Hiker. Truly a statement of all time. Truth nuke. Okay, we got $5 of rebate value. That makes it worth. That's big. Oh, man. Aw, I forgot about trading card. Getting rid of one of my discards. I love how trading card is OP here. What do you mean here, man? Here, you following that up with here insinuates that it's not normally OP, which I think Dr. Spectre would like to have a word. Heat Death of the Universe sounds pretty good right now. I don't think it's ever sounded good to me in my entire life. That type of shit freaks me out, man. What would you say is a very underrated deck that has lots of overlooked potential? Excellent question. Probably I would say Magic deck. I'm biased because that's like my favorite deck in the game. But pretty much every deck in the game is either has either fallen into a category of good or bad. So I feel like there's not really a lot of like underrated or overrated decks anymore. I think you could also make an argument for Anaglyph, but that's not to say that it's like consistent. I just think that a lot of people think Anaglyph deck is like unusable dog shit, and that's like not true. I think the vast majority of people just don't know how to play it. And I myself fell into that category for like the longest time, but I think I've kind of figured it out. Yes, streamers. See, Jeezy knows what's up, man. We've debated that in the past times. Was I on the side of not liking Anaglyph? Because that checks out. I didn't like Anaglyph for the longest time. But present day, I think Anaglyph kind of fucks. Yes? Yeah, that tracks. Okay, it doesn't kind of fuck. It's still bad. In comparison to the other decks in the game, I still think Anaglyph is bad, but people group Anaglyph as like one of the worst decks in the game. I think it's inconsistent. I don't think it's bad at all. Is still bad but has uses? Yeah, exactly. Anaglyph when you save everything just to not get that juggle tag right before the final boss. Yeah, but if you're saving, that's the idea with Anaglyph deck. If you're saving everything that you have for the very final skip tag in the game, you're playing it wrong. The sweet spot for skipping with Anaglyph deck, I think, is Ante-4 or Ante-5. Or like if you get investment tag in the early game, then you just skip for that shit literally whenever, and then you're chilling. But if you don't get exactly investment tag, you take an econ skip or like a handy tag, Ante-4 or Ante-5, and then you're just like completely chilling. The entire rest of your run is set up. Econ tag with a strong setup. See, Jeezy gets it. We're locked in. Sweet spot for skipping Anaglyph is Ante-8 standard tag with hologram. I mean, I don't know if I would say that's the definitive sweet spot. Streamer, what kind of AI-generated YouTube content do you enjoy? I'm with the US Census. I don't even know how I'm properly supposed to respond to that. At Focushock, if you have Showman, can Riffraff make another Riffraff? I would have to assume the answer is yes, just because there's not anything that explicitly states otherwise. Let's be honest, we are ripping negative tags on Anaglyph. I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but me personally, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Skip for the rare tag, just fish for Wii for the collection. Surely we rip it first try, and I get to farm a clip. AI slop can eat my ass in the bad way. It's a really funny clarification, but I get what you're saying. I mean, like, that's not what I was looking for, but I'm not gonna say no to that. One left for C++ now? GG's. You got that shit, bro. Oh, man. Ox. That's fine. That's literally fine, bruv. Garbage tag is literally garbage. Yeah, garbage tag falls into the category of, like... the category of game pieces where they're, like, already pretty not good before Blue Stake, and then Blue Stake just completely, like, fucks them. Got Seance and Glass Jokers left. He's gonna be a bitch to find. Yeah, that's gonna be, like, impossible. Good luck with that. Almost 100% of the time I take a Joker tag, it's some rental, perishable, buns-ass card. That's, like, the definitive reason why I think Joker skips are bad. I think there would high-key be applications for Joker skips in this game at, like, a high level of play if it wasn't for the fact that every time you take one, it's, like, nigh guaranteed to just be some piece of, like, perishable dog shit. Seance was perishable? Surely this doesn't win if I just don't copy one of the bulls. They'd be good if they weren't bad. I mean, there's a little bit more nuance to it than that, but yeah, essentially. Garbage tag is also one of those ones where it's like, what was he thinking? Also, I swear Local Thunk wants pair slot builds since so many things incentivize them. It is really... I mentioned that in my video about skip tags. garbage tag, aside from it being just like bad in general, it is like really redundant for no reason. It is just like turbo redundant. Do you think the rarity/edition Joker tags should guarantee no evil stickers? I think they should just add the Joker directly to your lineup. Because that still establishes some risk reward with them, because if you have an established build and you're skipping for a rare Joker, then you have to like sell some shit. But then if they pop into your lineup in the same way that like top-up tag pops Jokers into your lineup, then they can't have any stickers. And of course, there's still the inherent risk reward with like, okay, it's a random Joker. Would Joker skips be balanced if they were guaranteed to have no stickers? I mean, yeah, it's like the same. That's like the same question. I think they would definitely be. I don't know if they would be definitively balanced. That's a little bit harder of a question to answer, but they would definitely be better. They would be usable, whereas right now they just aren't in Gold Stake. Originally in beta, garbage was +3 discards and handy was +3 hands. Wonder why they were changed. Handy def more applicable. Is the wonder why they were changed sarcastic, or are you actually wondering? Because that does seem like it would be... I don't know if it would be more usable. I hikey think handy tag in its current state is better than beta handy tag or whatever. Yeah, you said beta. I think current handy tag is better, but current garbage tag is just terrible. +3 discards. +3 discards is good as an out against bosses. Yeah. I think that would be much better. For voucher tag, I think like make the voucher $5 or free. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the voucher tag making, like, discounting both vouchers. Full chips maxing, huge. I mean, it's low stakes, so you gotta. Shitting on Vessel with a full chips maxing build, Gold Stake could never. It should be funnier, +10 discards. Streamer, can we do a run where we get to dictate the run and how it pivots? I think this would go crazy on Black Deck Gold Stake. Nice try, Type A Raffle Chatter. Go back to his chat. Oh wait, he isn't live. I love chip maxing on Plasma Deck. It feels like cheating, but in a good way. It does feel really nice when it works. The problem on specifically high stakes is that it doesn't work, like, a lot of the time. Maybe a lot of the time is not. Maybe that's a little disingenuous. But I would say like a solid 50% of the time. Would Black Deck be fine if Blue Stake didn't exist? I don't know if I would say it would be fine, but it would definitely be better. That's for sure. I don't know why I didn't open the Spectral Pack there, but getting Andy with a rebate, I'm kind of glad I didn't now. Excuse me. Interesting game situation. You just took a shop 1 Eternal Midas Mask and you immediately see Eternal Bus. Do you take it? So here's my 2 cents on the matter. I take it, yes. I think it's the wrong play. Because I've gotten punished for that line in the past. And the fact that I can remember such a fringe case probably means that it's happened more than once. Which I think definitively makes it a bad decision. That's my 2 cents anyway. You chose Green Stake again? Yeah, I thought we... Don't we only have Green Stake on Plasma? Oh, fuck. No, we don't. My bad. Thank you, chat. RIP win streak, I guess. Wait, shit. Wait, it didn't reset? What the fuck? If you go new game as opposed to just resetting, does it not reset? What the fuck? Or did it just send, or is Latro being merciful because it just sensed that I did the wrong thing? New streaking tech just dropped. Yeah, I guess if you just like click new game before you lose the run, then your streak never dies. How has nobody thought of that would be my first question. Guy who just realized you can run naked on baseball fields. Do we take a Devious Joker or a pack here? If it's gold stake, you take the Devious Joker. Black stake, give me the pack. God, the black stake sticker looks so much better than the gold stake sticker. Can I say that without being like crucified? The black stake sticker has so much more aura. Like it mogs the gold stake sticker, that is for damn sure. Black stake is hot, that's what I'm saying. See y'all later, and see y'all later. Need to go have dinner. Bye-bye, Elijah. Thank you for pulling up, man. Hope your dinner is good. I like gold sticker more because it's shiny. I think I'd like black stake sticker more because it's not shiny. I kind of like a matte sticker. Maybe it's also entirely possible that I'm just like turbo biased because I've been staring at the gold stake sticker on my screen for the past I don't even know how many hours of gameplay. GGWP. But I kind of like a matte sticker. Gold stake sticker looks like it's dehydrated piss yellow most of the time. Yeah, it just doesn't look that flattering. I don't know. You can just disable gold Joker stickers. I think no Joker sticker looks worse than gold sticker. But I think black, blue, and purple stake stickers all look better than gold. Can we get a hiker run so you can see its full potential, streamer? Nope. This jit cracks the bull Joker. Somebody said, what a load of bull. I turned the stickers off until these ++ attempts. I don't like stickers off. When streamers play with stickers off, that pisses me off, low-key. But I don't like the gold sticker the more that I look at it. He's got something wrong with him. And for the record, that's okay. We all do to some extent. That's just the way of the world. It's just not for me. Second superposition and 2 antis, by the way. All right, I'll shut up. To be fair, stickers are off by default, and I also always forget that it has the CRT effect and screen shake on by default. Yeah. Damn. I will say we had a discussion about screen shake not that long ago in my chat. I will say my take when we had the discussion, I think, boiled down to screen shake is bad in every game. I'm going to walk that back. I think I was turbo Latro pilled when those words left my mouth. Slay the Spire, I think, looks better with screen shake, definitively. I played it on my phone with screen shake, and I was like, damn, that's like... I've been missing out. Metal Gear Solid 5 is the worst screen shake in any game ever. Small screen shake is okay. I hate almost all CRT filters, though. Screen shake is bad in every game except this one. CRT filter is shit. I feel like there's a little bit of charm. Excuse me. I feel like there's a little bit of charm to a CRT filter. A little bit. It has novelty for the first, like, I don't know, couple of runs that you boot up of this game, but it does get old very fast. Much like Plasma Deck Gold Stake, this is kind of a comparable take, I'm noticing. I don't think it's just turbo shit, but it does get annoying. CRT filters just don't do a good job of looking like a CRT. I can't evaluate that take because I don't think I've ever like actually watched a CRT TV in my whole life. That actually might not be true. I don't know if it's true. Drink water, you raisin. Thank you, Clara, for the hydrate. I got you. What's my... Oh, I thought that was Ox, Loki. That's embarrassing. I used to always put my hands on CRT screens and it felt like static. I think I did have a CRT TV in my house for the first, you know, however many years in my life. If you've seen any CRT display at all, it was maybe an old PC monitor, but at your age, that's probably it. No, because every PC that I interacted with at a young age was a laptop, so that wouldn't have been it. But I think we did unironically have a CRT TV for a while, because it was like a big motherfucker. It was like a TV that looked like something you would see in Minecraft. I hate analog horror game VHS filters. I don't mind a VHS filter, but VHS filters with the success of like literally every analog horror franchise on YouTube ever, they're just like overused. Like, I don't have a problem with a good VHS filter whatsoever. The problem is more so that like literally everybody is doing a VHS filter now. Which, like, I don't blame them because, you know, the whole analog horror scene is has kind of captured lightning in a bottle as far as that's concerned. But I mean, the VHS filter is not the sole reason why. That's all I'm gonna say. Kind of crazy how we found Bull twice already, huh? All right, yeah, I didn't want any more rebate value actually. That's okay. Uranus. Horror games with PS1 graphics too. There's so many of them. I think that's more so just because those types of games are easy to make. With that, I don't think they're trying to emulate any particular game. I think it's just shitty graphics are... I mean, I guess there is like a little bit of an element to shitty graphics having a charm to them, but I think it's more so just shitty graphics are easier to make than, or easier to engineer or whatever the nomenclature is than like high-end graphics. You know what I mean? But yeah, I get what you mean with like literally every itch.io game looking like the same PS1 title. What is your least favorite game of all time, streamer? That's a really tough one because I can't recall ever playing a game that I disliked. I don't know if that's because I have low standards or if it's because I've just genuinely like never picked up a game that I have disliked. Maybe the games that I've played that I've disliked just don't stick out to me in my memory because I don't play them. But for whatever reason, I can't really think of a game that I've like not flat out not enjoyed. At least not off the top of my head. Howdy, fellers. Welcome in, Zoot. Appreciate you pulling up. Do you play a lot of different games? I definitely used to. I still play... I would say a decent amount of different games, but the amount of games that I have played has definitely gone down over the years. Which games disappointed you the most? That's what I'm getting at. Like, I can't recall a game ever being... Like, I'll go through my Steam library just briefly. I can't recall a game being, like, disappointing. Like, I honestly couldn't... I wouldn't be able to tell you. The OG Fears to Fathom, maybe... I think I'm more so just saying that because it doesn't stick out to me in my memory. Because the OG Fears to Fathom, if you 100% it, is literally like a 40-minute game. That would probably be the lowest on my list, but it's just because there's the least amount of content there. The game itself is still good. For what it is, it you know, it achieves everything that it sets out to be. What else is there? Maybe a rather controversial take, Half-Life is, like, okay to my recollection. I feel like people glaze Half-Life like it's the best game of all time. Maybe they're more so talking about Half-Life 2 or the Half-Life franchise as a whole. Half-Life 1, it's not a bad game, but it's, like, not anything that I would probably ever play again. Yeah, outside of that, I'm like, really not seeing much. I don't know. I don't understand how people have the energy to play games. I'm so tired after work, I just want to lay down and watch something. See, I feel... Okay, I can understand that, I guess. It's just because for some people, games are their, like, lay down and watch something, like, activity. Like, when I was in high school, I fucking hated high school. And I would come home from high school every single day drained. And, like, not wanting to do anything, but I would still hop on the game. Because, like, hopping on the game and, like, playing, you know... Queuing up a squad with in Fortnite with the boys, that was just, like, how I decompressed. I'm gonna be honest, we never needed a Half-Life 3. That's, like, the most controversial take that's probably been said in my chat, but I can't really disagree or agree with it. I'm pretty impartial to the Half-Life franchise. Video game stories are almost all trash. Hot take. I think that's the take of somebody who's, like, only played indie games. I feel like a lot of story games are pretty good. Or, excuse me, who has not played indie games, rather, who has only played AAA slop. I feel like there are a lot of story games that are, like, really, really good. Maybe not the best, but still, like, really, really good. Worth the money, at the very least. Red Dead 2 had a good story. Okay, I agree with you 100%. That said, that's, like, usually hailed as, like, one of the best story games of all time, so that's kind of like a hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby situation. No. That would be like someone saying, yeah, I'm really not a movie guy. I just don't find movies to be that engaging. And your rebuttal is like, well, Interstellar is, like, a really good film. Every video game story's movie equivalent just dwarfs it. Okay, first off, I don't even think that's the correct application of the term dwarf. Second off, you're just really blatantly bad at rage bait. Like, I'm sorry to say it, man. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm not even really that sorry to say it. I don't know why I rolled over Stone Joker. I mean, it's not like I need it at all, but that could have been something fun. Red Dead Redemption 2 has legitimately the most sluggish and boring gameplay imaginable to counteract it. Okay, you've reeled me back in. I think you're still attempting to rage bait, but you've reeled me back in because I will say, to preface, I'm talking out my ass because I'm only like, I don't even think I'm 50% of the way through Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2's story, fantastic. I think Red Dead 2's story thus far is really good. Especially the best part about Red Dead, I think, hands down, is how they flesh out the characters. I think the writing for each character is where Red Dead really shines in its story. Every single character that you come across in your journey, no matter how much like screen time that they have, is very engaging. You get attached to them like instantly. I think Red Dead's writing is like the best part of the game. The best part of the game. I'm not gonna lie. Red Dead gameplay, not my favorite thing in the world. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I don't think it's bad whatsoever. But like Red Dead 2 gameplay, it's like okay. The gunplay is like, it's aight. I don't hate the gunplay, but it's definitely not my favorite gunplay that I've ever encountered in a video game by any means. And the amount of just like trailing missions and shit like that is kind of like the amount of the amount of people who bitch about walking sims, the amount of walking sim type shit that there is, at least in the main storyline in Red Dead, is kind of wild. It doesn't ever really feel like a walking sim, because like whenever you're doing walking sim type shit, personally, you're like on horseback, and the horseback mechanics are actually like not bad. I feel like every time I'm on a horse, I'm having fun. So it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but like, I don't know, man. I'm not really playing it for the gameplay. I'm playing it because I feel like I'm watching a movie, and the movie is like really good. I played Red Dead Revolver on Xbox as a kid. That gameplay is much snappier and more arcadey. I don't think I've ever like interacted with Red Dead Revolver. I have heard it's good though. Guy with the follow, welcome in. And Jaden with the hydrate, welcome in, Jaden. How are you? Doing all right, man. No complaints. At least there's Deadeye. Without it, the shooting sections would be really sluggish. I actually have the opposite opinion. I try to play... I don't know if this is like a crazy way to play Red Dead. I try to not use Deadeye like as much as possible in Red Dead 2. Because I feel like it would just make every gunfight really free and like boring. I'm just not a fan of third-person games like Red Dead, COD, or GTA, but I can recognize how good they can be. I'm a big fan of Red Dead. COD was like... I think COD, I mean, there's a reason that COD is on the decline. I like shooters, and there's just like so many better shooters out there than COD. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Present day, there's so many better shooters. Passed my exam, Shock. Now finally have time to watch you again. Hell yeah, man. GG's on passing the exams. Have you played Inscription? I haven't played Casey's mod, but I have played Inscription. There's an entire... it's from back in the day when I just uploaded... like VODs, essentially, but on this YouTube channel, I do have videos uploaded of me beating Inscription. Have you played any VR games? I'm not the biggest VR aficionado, but I do have a headset and I dabble a little bit. Pretty much the only things, I mean, I've played like a handful of VR games in my time, but pretty much the only two VR games that I go back to semi-consistently are Beat Saber, which I think is the definitive best VR game ever created, and then Blade and Sorcery, which I personally have a large affinity for. I think Blade and Sorcery is really good. But I don't know if it's just a my PC thing or what. It runs like kind of like shit whenever I play it. I think it's just a my PC diff. Maybe somebody in chat who's played it themselves could chime in and say if they have performance issues. Because it didn't always run like shit for me. When I first got the game, it actually ran pretty smooth, but present day, not the case. Still level 1 high card. They can't chain up a guy like me. Really, my only exposure to VR games is Captain Sauce, and he plays really good ones. I don't think I've ever heard of Captain Sauce in my whole life. But WVR streamer. They're really trying to throw me the curveballs with the Violet Vessels. It's just not happening. Shock, what you doing right now? I see timer. You getting something or what? Yeah, we're trying to get Completionist ++ on another profile. The timer is how much skin we have in the game, essentially. How long we've been doing it. Not consecutively, obviously. This is over the course of, like, a month at this point. But yeah. Someone make him watch Captain Sauce. He's peak. Maybe I'll have to take a look-see. Latro heard Plasma Violet Vessel is unbeatable and won't let it go. Dude, literally. Literally. Unfortunately for Latro, I've mogged it in one hand both times because Bull is just broken on the Plasma deck. This is literally a line. I mean, it's obvious because of our score, but like barring Joker stickers and stuff, this is literally a lineup that beats Gold Stake Plasma deck. Like, Bull, I think, is the single most valuable Joker in Gold Stake Plasma. I only have Beat Saber and a quest. I play it outside. Playing it outside is pretty based, I'm not gonna lie. Beat Saber is so much fun, though, I gotta say. Time for Blue Stake, unfortunately. Just is what it is. 2 speed tags. Not enticing at all. I know, controversial. Also, what is this fucking top deck? This top deck is horrible. I think when you're staring down the barrel of this top deck on Blue Stake, you just rip the full house and just accept that you're getting out in 2. That's my view. Bull, Scary Face, and Arrowhead are all OP on Plasma. I agree with Bull and I agree with Arrowhead. Scary Face, I don't know. I think you need too many retriggers for Scary Face to be long-term viable. It's not bad by any means, but I don't love it. Abandoned deck looking very blue, true. Almost $600 before anti-8 is a lot. I mean, we had Brainstorm and like that type of shit, so we were doing pretty well for ourselves. Scary Face is good since it's common. I mean, it's good for the early game, yeah, absolutely, but like it needs some other stuff to keep itself afloat. It needs either a lot of retriggers or it needs some other like good chip Joker, whether it be also on trigger or just like, you know, something like Squimbo to supplement. Okay, I mean, yeah, cool. Scary Face Chad. Scary Face Chad for Gold Stake Plasma is not nearly enough. Although Chad is just like a really good Joker on Plasma. Do we take a summit here? Yeah, fuck it. Rather unfortunate. Rather unfortunate times 2. 2 bulls, 2 Wiis, or 2 runners does it. I'm in vain. I think 1 bull does it the majority of the time. 2 scaling chip Jokers, really? Yeah. I think 1 bull the majority of the time does it. Unless you're against Vessel, obviously. But like Bull Lucha is usually enough to clear. Okay, yeah, no, I didn't want any of my 10s anyway. Actually, I'll just go fuck myself. Bastard. What's the best chip Joker? I'm biased. I would probably say Bull. Bull is the most flatly applicable, I would say, if that makes sense. works very consistent, scales to very high numbers no matter what deck you're on. Even on traditionally bad decks like Black Deck and like Plasma Deck, I think it pulls its weight extraordinarily well. What are the other best chip jokers? Squimbo is really good just because of how consistent it is, and I think Castle is also really good for the same reason. Although Castle can be a chud in low roll. But even if Castle is low rolling, it's still like pretty much on par with a Squimbo. Take an Eternal Nova, start playing pairs maybe. Squimbo consistently a +0 chip joker, true. Honestly think it's between Bull and Wii. I always forget about Wii, to be fair. Because I feel like I never see him. I mean, I know he's a rare, so like not seeing him is kind of his whole thing. But I feel like I don't see Wii a disproportionate amount of the time. Like, I feel like my last Gold Stake Wii run on stream had to have been in, like, May. But Wii is, like, turbo consistent. Squimbo? Yeah, Square Joker. Remember when scaling chip jokers started with a few chips? Wild times. Man, what were they thinking? What were they thinking, honestly? He Garbo? Squimbo is not Garbo, man. You gotta get acclimated to some more high stakes play. All that white stake play will rot your brain. Is scaling chip jokers starting with 0 chips now a recession indicator? No, I don't think it's a recession indicator by any means. I think scaling chip jokers starting with chips is like the opposite of a recession indicator. I think like scaling chip jokers starting with an initial amount of chips is like the roaring 20s type shit. Square is Garbo. Square is like the opposite of Garbo, dude. We have Brainstorm rebate. I think we can definitely go down to $8 for an overstock here. Squimbo Garbo can't play full houses, can't play flushes or full houses, and he requires you to burn hands to get way too many chips. So your argument for why he's bad is you have to play hands with him, which you're doing anyway. And with him, you can't play flushes or full houses, which aside from checkered deck are the 2 worst hands in the entire game for Gold Stake, barring secret hands. That's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. +4 chips per hand is like a completely feasible amount of chips. I honestly think Squimbo starting with 16 makes it more balanced. Motherfuckers just don't be using Squimbo and then be talking shit on Squimbo, huh? Like, Squimbo is genuinely one of the best jokers in the entire game. Strush is officially ranked above horses and flushes. You love to hear it. So what's... When you separate Strush into those 2 words, what's that second word there? This is, you know... I feel like this is fairly intuitive. I do use Squimbo, just only good if you get it ante-1. I mean, it's good in ante-2 as well. But also, that's like... I mean, that's like half of the good jokers in the entire game. Pants is literally the exact same scenario. Pants is only good if you get it in like ante-3 or below on the average run. But I mean, literally 0 people are saying that Pants is bad. Flushes are easier to bullshit into in a given hand than any higher value hand. They're bad to commit to, but they're hands you often have to play. That's just not true at all. That is just not true at all. Let's even look on this profile. Granted, the stats are going to be a little bit skewed because we've been white stake gaming and not high stakes gaming, but even on this profile. 378 flushes. almost as many straights as flushes, more 2 pairs than flushes. Like, so many more pairs. Like, you just don't have to play flushes. They're good in the early game, I'll give you that, but if you're building around them on any deck other than checkered, you're just throwing. Flushes are mainly good because they're like John 5-card hand, basically. They're an easy way to use enhancements and stuff. Yeah, but their scaling is ass, so enhancements are less valuable, like, based off of their scoring. Also, you just, like, I'm just gonna say it, the vast majority of the time in gold stakes, you just don't care about enhancements, like, at all. At least on score enhancements. Held in hand enhancements are some of the most powerful things in the entire game, but like you're not giving a shit about like a bonus card after probably ante 4, unless you're like already dying. Would you ban someone who kept insisting on bad strategies? I would only ban somebody who kept insisting on any strategy, good or bad, if they were obnoxious. You can disagree with me all you want, and I can, you know, you're entitled to disagree with me, and I'm entitled to think you're wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna ban you just because you say Squimbo is bad. I think people who say Squimbo is bad are, like, completely missing the mark, and I think they need to use Squimbo more, and I think they need to play more gold stake, but, like, at the end of the day, if you think Squimbo is bad, like, it is what it is. It's really not that serious. At the end of the day, we're 2 presumably grown adults arguing about game pieces in in a math game for $15. I'm just rage baiting, but it is ass on checkered. Yeah, I know. Get a blackjack, that simple. True. Let's talk about Perkeo being overrated. I think Perkeo is properly rated. I had to finish lunch real quick. Can I ask where we're at with the runs? We're getting blue stake on all the decks now. Latro cost $30 for me. What the fuck? I bought it in January 2025. I bought it before that, and it was $15 for me. Did you buy it on Steam? And are you in the US? Because if you bought it on Steam and you're in the US, that's kind of crazy. Chat, you know what's really surreal? Seeing a deck that you actually play against in a Maldhound deck tech. I saw that in the doc Discord. I watched the first, like, I don't know how many minutes of the video before I pulled up to stream today. That was really funny to see. Who's Maldhound again? Which MTG YouTuber is that? He's the guy who got his start on TikTok by making, like, short form content roasting commanders and then saying if they were fuckable at the end of the short. That guy. Pretty fantastic creator, honestly. I think the strategies I generally go for in gold stake rely on full house and flushes and straights in the first 3 to 4 antes to buy time to get the ball rolling. Full house in gold stake is honestly crazy. There are applications for straights and applications for flushes, especially depending on what deck you play. If you're playing full house in gold stake at all, though, I think you're kind of lost, man. I mean, if you're playing it because you have fun with full house, that's obviously one thing, but if you're playing it because you think full house is a good hand, I'm just gonna flat out say that you're wrong. Full house has nothing going for it in comparison to any of the hands adjacent to it in the game. There's no application for straights ever. You should only build 3-oak, the greatest hand of all time. I wasn't aware I wasn't aware that we had a celebrity in YouTube chat, John 3-oak. It's an honor, bro, that you graced us with your presence. That's big. Full house works in abandoned deck round 1, pretty much. That's Edsy. That is Edsy, truth nuke. They call me John Toke. I'm already a celebrity. I'm Mr. Four Oak. That's fair. We got the gang's all here. Full House is the hand you play when you have Obelisk, Pants, and Trio. I mean, dead ass. That is like the application for it in Gold Stake. Or if you're trolling, obviously. If you're like forcing it, then I mean you can force it. Who's Mr. Pear? Buddy, you're looking at him. You're looking at him. Everyone, that's also very true. I'm just gonna say it though, I feel like I get a disproportionate amount of hardship for pair spamming though. Despite the fact that it's the meta and I'm not the only one. I think SPV is still the pair gaming icon. Yeah, that's probably true, honestly. I have more Venus used than any other planet other than Mercury. That's so based. Full House is the highest scoring easy hand early. True, but it's not the most... Like, it's not the easiest to assemble at all. Like, statistically. Full House isn't easy, though? Yeah, exactly. For straight, you need bottom 8 straights minimum, and for flush, you need a sum of 40, which isn't trivial. Yeah, straights are always bad in ante 1. That's 100% true. But flushes are definitively better, like provably better, for ante 1, for like round 1. Full House is like statistically worse than drawing. Yeah, not full. Yeah, I was gonna say that chat didn't make any sense. Flush is statistically better than drawing Full House. There's like a video for it. That's what I'm saying. The majority of optimal full houses are in round 1 abandoned deck. It has to be the vast majority. And once again, when we're talking about this, like jokes aside, I'm not trying to clown you. If you're having fun with how you play and you don't want to change your play pattern, that's completely fine. If Full House is what you want to continue to play in the future, that's completely fine. I'm not clowning you whatsoever. No clowning felt. Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure. But like if you're trying to win like a lot of your games and you're playing Full House, I think definitively there are a lot of better avenues to go down. Would you ever want to try win streaking on erratic deck only? I want to eventually try win streaking on every deck. The problem is that's just like such a gargantuan task. Just because to get a good sample size of win streaks for every deck, I think you would have to play every deck in the game. Especially at the rate that I stream, which after daily games and yapping at the beginning of stream only ends up being around like 2 hours of Latro per day. I think for a good sample size at that rate, I would have to play every deck for like a week minimum, which is like a lot of time. I mean, that comes down to like, what, 4 months to win streak every deck in the game? Maybe like 3.5. Win streaking on erratic deck feels like actual slot machine on if you play on if you play on free 4-oak scaling WoWE to challenge deck. Yeah. My most played hand on the file I'm trying to farm to C++ is Pair, because Pair Slop is just so good. Yeah, Pair Slop is like the definitive best avenue in the whole game. I wish Heidelberg deck was in vanilla. It's such a simple yet cool deck idea. Heidelberg would be broken if it's in vanilla. Is good in multiplayer because multiplayer has different incentives for like winning, and so it makes contextual sense. In base game, it would be broken as all hell. To the point where it would be like really bad for game design. Starting the game with a free, I mean, you're essentially starting the game with a free negative copy of Perkeo. just minus the sell value, which is like comically large levels of value over the course of a run. Doesn't MLBA use the vanilla rule set? Yes. Unless they've changed it recently, which I don't believe they have. I don't think I can go for that one. That seems like it would take so long. Yeah, for first-time C++ achievers, it's usually... I think the average is like 200-ish hours. If C++ is like the only thing that you're doing, that is. Gonna make a bold prediction here and call this one a win. Hey! Honestly, I'm down to ditch the cert. We got a red seal 2 in the deck as well. I'm down to ditch the certy here just to get Wii into the collection. Because now that we have Wii in the collection, the only jokers that we're missing for collection purposes are legendaries. Which, I mean, worst case scenario, we just get those once we move to gold stake and the gold sticker rule, as it were, goes into effect. Latro should get an update on April Fools where Checkered Deck has an evil mode you can toggle that starts with clubs and diamonds only. I feel like being able to toggle clubs and diamonds would be interesting for Checkered Deck. Okay, maybe interesting is wrong nomenclature, because I'm not gonna lie, on the vast majority of runs it would not matter. But it would be kinda cool at the very least. I'm gonna gold the red seal just so that we have like the best death target of all time. Clubs and diamonds are worse, only marginally. Juno with the follow. Also in the vast majority of it's really not contextual with Bloodstone, I guess. One of diamonds is the best card easily. Would make Ancient playable on Checkered if you could switch during the run. I'm assuming you would not be able to switch during the run. Mostly because I think that would be a nightmare for coding. I don't want to immolate here just because blowing up the red seal 2 would be devastating to me. I know you always are supposed to immolate, but I'm not doing it there. Guy like me does not immolate. When I have the chance to blow up my Wii tech. Clubs are probably just better due to seeing double. Yeah, but does Arrowhead not matter? Does Arrowhead not matter more, especially in the context of, like, playing flushes on Checkered Deck? I feel like Arrowhead's way better than seeing double. In the context of Checkered specifically, it's plus 250 chips. Arrowhead is, like, so good. That's what I'm saying. Bloodstone liker? Oh no. I don't like Bloodstone, to be clear. I think Bloodstone is dogshit poopy ass. But on Checkered Deck specifically, Bloodstone is like a really good win condition. Like there's a lot of shit like that where you have to take into account Checkered Deck meta specifically. I think Bloodstone on any deck that is not called Checkered fucking sucks. But on Checkered, but okay, like you can just think about this for a second and it should make sense. What's the problem with Bloodstone? It whiffs a shitload of the time. How do we fix that? You just play more hearts. You add more retriggers, but if you can't add more retriggers, you just play more hearts. And on Checkered Deck, it's like super easy to just play like 2 hearts flushes if you need to. And you're like already biasing towards flushes probably if you're playing Checkered Deck, so like the planet level diff isn't really a big deal either. If you play 4 hands and they're all hearts, you just don't whiff. Yeah, exactly. Bloodstone gets good if half your deck is hearts, but same thing goes with Rough Gem, kinda. To a lesser extent, but yeah. Gem is... I think Bloodstone is still better than Gem, because Gem with all the econ is just like a path to a win condition. Bloodstone's just a straight up win condition. Is Red Card ever a valid pick? I think Red Card is like a top 10 joker in the whole game. I think you'd be hard pressed to find. I think there's vastly more cases where red card is a valid pick than cases where it's not a valid pick. I know I stuttered to hell and back when I said that, so that maybe didn't make sense. But like, I think it'd be more difficult to find cases where you don't take red card than cases where you take red card, for sure. Red card's goated. Top 10 is pushing it. I don't think it's pushing it at all. It's probably the best molt scaler outside of pants. Okay, I think in terms of the numbers specifically, I think they're about equal. I think the average pants build early game and the average red card game, they get to like the range of 60 to 90 plus molt. The difference is red card you can take at literally any point in the game, I think. Okay, maybe not like anti-7, obviously, but like red card is the only common plus molt scaler where you can find it in like anti-5 and you can still rock with it. Like we've literally done that before when we're playing Gold Stake. And I think that especially with that in mind, with it being a common joker, I think that makes red card better than pants, in my opinion. But they're both very good, so that's like more open for discussion than some of the other things that we've maybe talked about tonight. Red card is nice because of how versatile it is. Yeah, exactly. The problem with red card is that the negative looks weird. Truth nuke. Supernova better. Supernova is really good. I think Supernova is not better than red card at all. That's not at all to say Supernova is bad. That's just how good I think red card is. With pants, you have more potential per round, but I find I win too fast to ever get full value. I think that's a very good analysis of pants. The numbers are usually in pants' favor, but yeah, the nature of pants is just you're usually winning like turbo fast with it, whereas red card you kind of always scale. Personally, I still prefer pants because it doesn't make you spend money to scale it, but that's just me. I don't mind spending money to scale things, man. A gold stake run is dying without money anyways, and without like lots of money. So you might as well just be putting that money somewhere, yeah, instead of just like re-rolling. Red card clears eye, Supernova, eh? Yeah, that's fair. That is also fair. Yeah, I think red card is really, really good. Red card's so ass, I can't believe we're having this conversation. I can't believe you're still like trying to rage bait this this consistently. I mean, the tenacity is respectable, but it gets to a point. Reddit hates red card and obelisk. It's awesome. Yeah, and like most of the time, Reddit is like absolutely wrong about both of those takes. Red card and obelisk are both like free wins anytime you see them. Red card costs money to scale. All jokers cost money to scale because you no longer get the money from hands played. I mean, that's true, but red cards, like the money that you invest into red card, is like slightly more than other jokers, right? Big Roth says he avoids red card runs because he wins too hard, if that's anything to go off. Both can still lose, to be fair. Red card if you brick every X-Molt, obelisk if you don't take it. I like how I can tell the Uber Rage Baiters chat messages without needing to read the username. Obelisk is a free win, but I still hate it, not because I think it's bad, I just don't enjoy playing it. Yeah, I think that's like super respectable. I feel like that's fair. I think that's what I always say. I think it's one thing to say that you don't like Obelisk. I think it's another thing entirely to say that Obelisk is bad. Because one's subjective, the other's not. Obelisk is bad because it makes me not play Flush. Madness pivot. I'm thinking about it. Because Madness does keep our, like, core, quote-unquote, scoring engine online. The issue is if we take it here, we're losing Brainstorm and Wii, and I think those two are just way better than Madness. Madness gets to, like, a ×4 here, and our score we don't get double rebate if we take it, and it also falls off. Or, like, our score falls off until Madness scales. I think Madness is garbage here. Obelisk is clunky. Obelisk is awkward to play. Obelisk is very tricky to use well. Obelisk is also fucking busted. It's clunky, but there's a science to it. Like, once you learn how to play Obelisk, it's very hard to drop an Obelisk run. That's for sure. Where did the carpet salesman joke start? Literally just some random-ass YouTube chatter came in here. Random YouTube chatter, never seen him before in my entire life, and he was just like, hey, weren't you at that stand in Key West, Florida? You sold me a carpet? The carpet sucked. I want my money back. And I was like, brother, what the fuck are you talking about? The hard part is knowing when to start scaling it. I think that's honestly one of the easiest parts with Obelisk. I think if you get Obelisk early enough so that you have the foresight of, like, knowing, okay, I'm going to pivot into this eventually, you just play pairs until ante-5 small blind. Ante-5 small blind, you play, like, one pair at the beginning of the blind, and then you just scale it from there. Madness is not always garbage. It's often really good if you have an eternal flat mult scaling joker. Yeah, Madness is really good. I said it was garbage in that specific scenario, but yeah, Madness is not garbage, like, full stop by any means. Madness is bad on any stake below black, but black or above, if you get it early enough, it's a free win with just a little bit of scaling. Yeah. Pretty much exactly that. Swashbuckler egg is better than Perkeo. It's literally not. I hate swash egg. I used to say it wasn't a good combo. That's just flat out not true. I don't believe that anymore. It is a good combo, but I still don't like it. You can win with solo Madness below black. That shit not real, balala. Reddit loves swash egg. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Never you mind, chat. Swash gift card is a good combo. Swash gift card is big. Yeah, I agree. Oh my god, DeBillin. Skipping his dumbass, you guys thought. Swash egg is the GOAT and I won't be told otherwise. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I already have an egg, I'm definitely taking a swash and vice versa. But people, I think I just hate it because I have to be different. Because motherfuckers glaze swash egg like it's the second coming of Christ. And it's just not. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just not. It's better than Splash Pot. Splash Pot is more fun. But it is better than Splash Pot. You ain't taking Splash or Pot by its own? Yeah, that's literally why. We can sack a little bit. 2 jokers to get +3 molt per round, double the joker slots for half the red card value. The caveat is that you still get the temperance value, which I think can make it worth it, but it's also just not uncommon to, like, whiff temperance. If you're relying on a temperance to get your econ online, then that probably means you don't have that much money to work with, and so you're probably opening less packs Or maybe not even opening less packs, but like seeing less shops. And so I think in a scenario where you're relying on Swash Egg for your econ, it's not uncommon to just whiff. But it is still there. Vamp versus Const, go. I think personally it's Const and it's not close. However, I do undervalue enhancements on average. Like this is a really good example. Now I'm gonna use this because I'm like self-conscious about it now that I've become self-aware. But like normally in Gold Stake Latro, when I get just like some random tarot card like Empress or some shit like that, some enhancement tarot card, I just sell that. I almost never use it. Which I think is a bad habit, but it's also like, well, how many times after like Ante 2 do Empress cards actually fucking matter, like at all? Const is better, but Vamp is basically a retroactive Joker. You can take Ante 6 Vamp and get it to 3x. That is true. That is something to consider. Loki without Blue Seal, Const does roughly the same as Vampire. Do I agree with that? I'm honestly not sure if I agree with that. I'm not even saying that in like I don't agree with it way. I'm just saying like I genuinely don't know if that's true. Driver's license value though? I mean, I think if you're seeing a Vamp, you're just not worried about driver's license. I'm not really worried about driver's license anyway, but that's probably the problem. Forgot to mention it was Vamp plus Haloo. Oh, Vamp plus Haloo is maybe better. Vamp plus Haloo is probably better. Curious of your opinion, would you ever take Ante 1 Eternal Holographic Jimbo plus 14 Molt total? Depends heavily on the deck. If it's a deck that I would usually use for win streaking, which is like an above average deck, so like blue deck, yellow deck, ghost, even checkered to some extent, I'm not taking it. If it's a deck that sucks, like if it's black deck and I'm ripping an Eternal Jimbo, or an Eternal Hollow Jimbo, I'm taking that immediately. No, honestly, for Hollow, with it being Hollow, it's plus 14. I mean, that's a Mystic Summit. I literally have an Eternal Mystic Summit in my lineup right now, and I think that's completely acceptable. Honestly, I would probably take that. Maybe not on yellow specifically, because on yellow specifically, you can kind of just fuck around and be fine in Gold Stake. But I would probably take it. I'm not going to lie. I think Vamp gets boosted because there's more Tarot Gen options than planets, excluding Blue Seals. Yeah, maybe. Not all the Tarot Gen... Here's the thing, though. Not all the Tarot Gen... Not all of the Tarot cards, excuse me, scale Vamp. Every planet scales Const. And I think that does matter. No? That's just Eternal Abstract Joker, man. Like, that's enough? Yeah, exactly. The Eternal Hollow Jimbo is a desperation take. Honestly, I don't even think it's that much of a desperation take upon further, like, soul searching, I guess. Because, like, bro, usually I'm taking, even if I'm, like, win streaking on a good deck, usually I'm taking just some random Eternal Plus Molt Joker. Like, obviously, Eternal Jimbo, even if it's hollow, kind of sucks long term. But the idea is that it gives you a good enough early game that you don't care about that. Because the early game is where a lot of runs flounder. Especially depending on what deck you're playing. So if you can guarantee that your early game is, like, really good, usually it's worth just giving up the Joker slot and just having it fall off late game. Guten Morgen. What's up, Silk? Welcome in, man. Guten Morgen, wie geht's? Const is in my top 10 most used Jokers. Vamp is not. Vamp is good, and we'll take it if I see/need it. Yeah, I do think Vamp is like dare I say underrated? I feel like maybe it's not underrated, and maybe people just don't talk about him. But I do like a Vamp. I just think Const is better. I think Const is a bit more consistent. Also, something that gives me hardship with Vamp is sometimes, even if you have, like, Tarot Gen, first off, like I said, not every Tarot card scales the Vamp. But furthermore, sometimes cards that scale the Vamp, you just don't want them to, right? Like, if I'm getting a Devil, if I'm producing a Devil card on a Vamp run, I'm just not scaling the Vamp with the Devil card. Because honestly, a card that can give me $3 per round is, like, way more valuable to me than the times 0.1 molt. I mean, it's always contextual. If I'm, like, desperate for scoring, I'll rip a gold card off. But, like, sometimes you just don't want to scale them, and that's awkward. Constellation is just like, oh, I see a dumbass Earth card in the shop. Let me just rip that. And then I move on with my life. Let's see. The value of driver's license is way too valuable over Vampire. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, just because driver's licenses are rare. And also, like, Vamp scaling is still not that bad. But it is something to like, take into account. Vamp is washed because he used to be broken, so no one talks about him. He's still good. That's true. That's true. If I see Vamp, I'm not passing on him because I'm betting on seeing driver's license later. Right, yeah, like that like planning for one specific Joker in your future. I mean, here's the thing. We do it all the time on stream when we like change cards into spades because chalkboard exists, or when we put blue seals on spades cards because chalkboard exists. But like that's because that has literally zero impact. But like not taking Vamp because you're speculating on driver's license, which is one specific rare Joker in the pool, like that can have a lot of impacts. Vamp is just scaling driver's license, so if you think about it, Vamp is Cavendish. Shut the fuck up. Putting stuff on spades / clubs has no opportunity cost. Yeah, precisely. Also, Tom with the follow. Welcome in. Thank you for pulling up. Blackboard's got to be my favorite Joker, so freaking good. You can pretty much always use it unless you are specifically built against it. Free ×3 molt. Yeah, Chalkboard is like fantastic for gold stakes. I took the Eternal Hollow Jimbo and immediately caught Madness and Squimbo, so now I'm rolling pretty well. Dude, literally with that build, you just play pairs for the entirety of the rest of the game, and as long as you're scaling your Squimbo, you win. Like, if it's anti-1 or anti-2 Madness, I'm being so dead ass, I think you don't even need any other Jokers in the lineup. We got a rework Chalkboard, low-key. I want to say you're wrong, but I think that's coming from a place... I think that's me saying that you're wrong about that is coming from the same place that not wanting to rework Blue Seals is coming from. Like, I don't want it to get reworked, but I think I don't want it to get reworked because it wins me games. I really don't think it needs a rework, though. Chalkboard feels so well balanced on flushes. Yeah, I don't think it needs a rework. I wouldn't be gutted if it got a rework on something interesting. Or, like, if it got reworked to something more interesting, like, that would be fine. But, like, I don't think it needs a rework in the same way that, like, other Jokers do. Rebate. Baron, streamer Baron. Not taking his sorry ass. It's just flat out not happening, man. Chalkboard is fine, very strong, but it's fine. Flower Pot is if Chalkboard moved out and did crack. That's kind of true, man. That's kind of a truth nuke. You're really onto something with that. Rework Jimbo. I don't think Jimbo needs a rework. Rebate is a terrible Joker, but at least it works in every single run. I am gonna need some justification on why Rebate is a terrible Joker right now. Because here's the thing. If somebody in my Twitch chat said that, I would think they were rage baiting, and I would clown them. Not Rebate. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't think you were rage baiting, so I really wanted to hear your justification. The 3x one? Chalkboard or flower pot? If it's chalkboard, that's still a crazy take, but not as bad as Rebate. The one that takes 7 hands or whatever. The one that takes 7 hands. Oh, loyalty card. Yeah, loyalty card sucks. I agree. ×4, yeah. Loyalty card's ass. Loyalty card. Yeah. Bro said woo. Whew. That's a close one. Almost got crucified in this guy's Latro chat. Oh shit. Are they thinking loyalty card? Yeah. I really don't like loyalty card either. Loyalty card is terrible, but at least it works in every run. I mean, yeah. That's like saying hiker works in every run, though. Like, are you correct? Did you make a factual statement? Yeah, but like, it's still terrible. Does it work in every run? It works in every run, just badly. You can proc it in every run. It's just like you wouldn't because it sucks. Nuh-uh, hiker doesn't work on double or nothing. Loyalty is so slept on as an endgame option. Yeah, because it's like the worst. I mean, we've had this discussion, man. Loyalty card is good at it is like, you know, it fulfills its job of silver bulleting bosses, but it just sucks. It's like it's a niche Joker. But it's like bad within its niche. So it's like, why would I ever want to take this? It's hard to set up too. Like there's some runs where you're taking it and it just doesn't do anything, right? Like that's why I don't like loyalty card. Like I am biased in not taking it because sometimes it would save runs where I just pass it because I like don't like it. But like it's so bad. It's the 4th best luchador, man. Like, what are we talking about? Exactly, bro. That's why it's bad. IMO. At Focus Shot, can you do a new tier list video, but in terms of how much Reddit loves/hates the Joker? That would honestly be really funny, but I don't really know how I would, like, farm info for that. Hiker is like taking Claw on Spire for the memes. Yeah, exactly. Although I will say in Spire 2, I haven't gotten a Claw build off the ground in either game, and I really want to get one off the ground because it seems really fun. Am I crazy for saying that Claw looks better in Spire 2? Just because, like, All-in-One exists and is, like, really good? Like, I feel like 0 cost cards as an archetype for Defect is, like, really good. It is really fun and better. Claw is not nearly as bad in Spire 2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Claw was a fun build-around in Spire 1. It's better, but that's not a hard ask. Okay, you got me there. Feral is insane. You really need Feral, though. Feral is really good, yeah. I had a really fun run earlier today. I was, like, taking a break from farming Latro B-roll. And I was on the phone with my girlfriend. Really fun Defect run. I had like 3 copies of, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Tesla or something. It's the 0 cost attack that does 3 damage and then triggers all of your lightning. I had like 3 copies of that. I had one of the powers where it's like whenever you evoke lightning. Tesla coil, thank you. I had one of the powers where whenever you evoke lightning, it does like extra damage. And then I just had like a fuckload of just like common rarity lightning gen. And I had like a little bit of a powers sub theme. So I had like, I think a copy of Feral and then like an echo form and shit like that. It was a really fun build. Didn't get Feral until late, but got Echo Form and a relic that gave a copy of first attack every turn. Yeah. Got a cloned Voltaic run. It's so funny. I haven't gotten Voltaic off the ground, which is a skill issue, and I'm aware that it's a skill issue because I think Voltaic is like actually usable. I don't think it's a meme card. But I have yet to have a run where like things fall into place for Voltaic. I'm looking forward to whenever that day might be though. Voltaic is like not that good unless you have Echo Form. Excuse me, low key. Is it actually like not good? Is it a meme card? I feel like it's usable just by virtue of like, I feel like the defect has a decent amount of mana gen, no? And when you have, I feel like the biggest problem with Voltaic is that it costs 3. If you're in a position to use Voltaic, you probably have better win conditions. I guess that's fair. Voltaic is the most desperate boss damage of all time. That's kind of fair. That's kind of fair. I need to play Spire 2 more. I don't recognize these cards. In fairness, I still don't recognize a lot of the cards when they come up in conversation. I only know like the most iconic ones off the top of my head. Like I know that Particle Wall is a card that exists, but like if you asked me what its effect did, I probably would not be able to tell you. Actually, that's a bad example. That's the 2 costs, the 2-star cost one that gives you block and returns to your hand. But like I digress. The sentiment is there. I'm not an encyclopedia of Spire knowledge by any means. Hey streamer, here's a test. What does offering do? I bet you can't answer that question. Legitimately, don't remember. No idea. I think isn't offering a token though? Or am I crazy? I don't remember what it does, but I remember that it's like some kind of weird shit. Isn't it a token? Is it like a mana gen token? Ironclad. Oh, fuck. Yo, I'm stupid. That's the one that I really like. Yeah, that's the Black Lotus Ancestral Recall. Yeah, no. I'm stupid. Yeah, Ironclad card. Dude, the first... It's all over my screen. I can't stop. My fault. Thank you, Loaf, for the biddies. Did I stop the timer? We're playing Spire now. We've been talking about it, and I've been wanting to play it on stream. We're playing Spire now. Hey, streamer, here's a test. What does Strike do? That's a toughie. That's a toughie. You take 6 damage, so it's balanced. Bro, my very first run of Slay the Spire in my entire life, we pulled an offering on Ironclad, and I read the card, and I almost shit myself live on camera. Because I was coming into Slay the Spire 2 or Slay the Spire the OG as a Magic player. That was like what I was basing all of my decision making off of for like card evaluation, was essentially how good would this card be in a game of Magic the Gathering. And like Offering is a card that is like so comically good in that context that it's crazy. And I still think it's like comically good in Spire, but I read that card for the first time and I was like, oh, so this game is just like imbalanced and everybody likes it for no reason, clearly, because like, why does this exist? I'm just kidding. Time to switch my LARP from Latro to Slay the Spire. In Magic, exhaust doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah. But I wasn't even thinking exhaust. I'm just thinking, like, the card in general. I mean, that shit's insane. Lost to the Jimbo run because I couldn't find any more Eternal Jokers or a decent quantity of planets, so I got the Anti-6 for free, then couldn't beat the boss. Tragic. Will you sing all of Renai Circulation for a sub? I don't even know what that means, so probably not. In Magic, every card is in the shop floor. What does that even mean? All right, let me adjust the title. Spire 2 Gaming. Taking a break from the Latro. And then let me change cat. Slay the Spire 2. Bet you don't know what block does, Shock. Actually, it's called Defend. Idiot! Just kidding. Alright, let me change YouTube title as well. Slay the Spire. Shit, Spire 2 maxing. Taking a break from the Latro. Bang, okay. Focus Cock, you're telling me Snakebite retains. Is that Bean Balatro? That's such a good fucking response. Snakebite is ass now. Is ass now? Well-laid plans is now just straight up runic pyramid. Dude, I read that in the patch notes and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They made well-laid plans better? All right, let me like pull up my video game. Also, I saw somebody ask about it. I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I'm just gonna reiterate. No multiplayer this time around. Maybe in the near future, maybe. But no multiplayer this time around. I'm just grinding. I haven't played it in a while, so I haven't played it like consistently in a while. I gotta get my bearings again. You hate me? Truth Nuke. Get out of my chat, idiot. I'm just kidding. I love you. Accelerant uncommon though. Poison, we are so back. Was Poison ever like not there? You say we're so back like Poison sucked. I feel like Poison has always been like pretty good. This dude said the Latro, you don't know Big Jim like that? Oh, I know Big Jim like that. Anyway, I've gotten to Ascension 7 on every character. Let's go random. Silent. All right, my worst character. Not even close, by the way. I think Poison was not really there in Spire 2. Shivs were always the primary win con over Poison in this game. That's fucking crazy. I feel like literally every successful Silent run I've ever had is Poison, aside from like maybe 2. Two build making poison cards are rare. Corrosive Wave and Accelerant. Now you can actually make it work more. You're not playing Silent, right? I mean, that's very fair. I do have a really bad win rate with Silent. I feel like you don't need Corrosive Wave. I can maybe see. I feel like you don't need either of those cards to make Poison work. Again, not anti 10 Ascension 10 pilled. Talking out my ass. I digress. Dousing? What the fuck is dousing? I read this in the patch notes because I read the patch notes. I don't know what the fuck that does off the top of my head. Excuse me, where are the patch notes? Dousing. Dowsing rod. Upon pickup, add 1 dowsing there. Yeah, I can read all that. What does abundance do? 1 cost skill. Choose 1 of 3 upgraded powers to add into your hand. It is free to play this turn. Exhaust. So you get a free random upgraded power for 1 after 5 question mark rooms, which is like 2 acts. Yeah, you got me fucked up if I'm picking that. These all suck. Oh, wait, no. Lead paperweight is actually pretty good. I think it's a definitive lead paperweight angle here. I don't like the sound of dowsing rod. Maybe we'll take it in the future, and I can, like, assess an actual opinion with boots on the ground. But I think dowsing rod in spirit is bad, and I fucking hate kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is good. I feel like every time I have ever taken kaleidoscope in my entire life, it has turbo low rolled. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's never like definitively worked out for me. I feel like every time I've taken it, it has given me absolute like shit buns to work with. Just don't get stars or Osti cards. That's 5 question marks. That is 5 question marks. I don't want a fucking curse in my deck for how many events is this? 3, 4, 5. Skipping an elite. 5 combats, assuming literally 0 of the question marks are combats. That's fucked. Also, like, do you really care about a free random power at the end of the day? I guess you're choosing one of 3, which makes it way better. But, like, that's still variance in your build that you probably just don't want, right? Unless you're on, like, a defect who just, like, enjoys powers no matter what. I feel like for the average run, I just don't care about whatever... I guess it's upgraded. So, like, that's cool. But I don't know, man. Free random power is really good, considering most powers are mega busted or can be mega busted. Yeah, but, like, a free random power is, like, the biggest potential man thing of all time, I feel like. On average, I feel like that's, like, whatever. I don't think it's worth nerfing yourself for, like... I mean, literally an entire act's worth of floors. And we're missing, like, elites and campfires along the way. I feel like that's turbo shit. I've played around with it a lot and could not get it to the finish line. Even got the relic that played it at the start of battle. Felt underwhelming. At Focus Shock, the Abundance card is always going to be good. The issue is you start with a curse, no starting bonus, and have to kneecap your pathing to get it. It's not worth the curse, for sure. I have no idea what's going on in this game, and I feel so dumb trying to watch it. Well, to be fair, the entirety of this game thus far, if you've only seen it from this stream, is just a bunch of idiots arguing about, like, what relic is best in this combat. Which is maybe not the most intuitive way to experience the game. I think I just always go paperweight here. Alright. We're on Silent. I think you just always go Purity. I feel like Purity is, like, a pretty big high roll on Silent. Splash Gaming, Splash GG. Splash Gaming? Was Splash actually the avenue there? What the fuck? Splash is GG. There's just actually no way. Did I not read it correctly? It's just a random free attack, yeah? I guess it being free is, like, kind of sexy, but the random part is definitely not. Splash is insane. The more you know, I guess. You choose from 3? Oh, fuck. I can't read. Okay. That still feels... whatever. The thing is, upgrade it and you get the upgraded attack. I feel like I'm on the crack pipe every time I play this game with you guys in chat. I feel like consistently every time I play this game and I'm getting backseated, the backseaters always tell me, like, the opposite of my intuitions. Imagine coming back from a break still thinking it's a Latro stream and reading Splash is insane. Just a free attack. You're choosing from 3 attacks from other characters. More often than not, one of the 3 options is going to be a stupid big one like Bludgeon or 7 stars. Yeah, that's fair. Das ist fair. You'll change your opinion when you get a free Comet or a free 7 stars. That's fair. That's fair. Trust me, though, the purity works here. Just trust me on this one. Could be a pinpoint for early DPS. Flechettes is, like, kind of the same thing. Flechettes with a purity, maybe not the most intuitive shit of all time. Is that Ascendance Bane literally just deck bloat? Yeah, it's deck bloat at the beginning of the game. It's a part of... it's like one of the stakes in Slay the Spire, essentially, is you get 1 deck bloat card at the start of the game. Start of every run. We just started? Yeah, we just started. We spent like 4 hours arguing about what fucking what relic to take. I got a Splash Metamorphosis run on Defect. Got all for one, and it's GG. All right, we'll take a splash next time we rip it from that that relic. Bonk. Could be a strangle. Do we like Phantom Blades here? I don't think I've ever willingly taken a Phantom Blades in my entire life. Not to say it's bad, it just seems unintuitive. But I guess Silent does turtle a lot. When I think of Shiv builds, yeah, I know it's not good here because we don't have anything that makes Shivs. I think it's always Phantom Blades here. Is it really? The other two are just not it. Phantom Blades is strong. Whenever I think of Shiv builds, I think of playing like a bunch of them at once. So Phantom Blades seems unintuitive to me. But I can see the angle. What does it upgrade to? 12 additional? Yeah, it's kind of sexy. The curse is fine for now. The curse being Phantom Blades. I'll trust chat's intuition. If I'm playing by myself, I'm literally never taking Phantom Blades there, ever. Once again, not to say that it's bad, that's just not where my intuition is. There's enough Shiv cards? I mean, fair enough, I guess. I just always worry about... Like, I'm so Latro, like, Eternal plus Molt Joker pilled. Like, taking speculative shit like that seems really bad to me. I like a hand trick. I like a ricochet. I don't mind any of these. I think reflex is the weakest. Oops, I'll sly. Yeah. I'm thinking it's a hand trick. I'm not trying to be that guy, but defect is a name, a proper noun, which is still a noun. You are using the verb pronunciation of defect unless it's intentional. Oh, defect. You want me to call him defect? I don't know. I've just always heard defect, man. I really haven't thought about it like that hard. Any mass discard in the deck? Nah, man. It's literally just... We just started. It's only survivor. I guess early game, you're supposed to take the ricochet. The other two feel like they have better potential, though. Nah, ricochet is still kind of bad in the early game IMO. Because, I mean, with no discard tech in the game, I guess we have a purity, which maybe makes it line up a little bit better, but you're banking on getting exactly survivor ricochet, which doesn't seem that crazy. Just give me the hand trick, I think. Spiral. Honestly, call me crazy, especially on the silent. Give me a replay 1 block. I always pick that? Yeah. Already rewarded? Shit, I had more mana. Oh, the replay discounts it twice. I'm a fuckwit. Okay, noted. Noted for future endeavors. Now we upgraded and it's a 16 block. Yeah. Speaking my language, man. Take a little bit of damage here just to get some damage on him. Oh shit, that's on a skill. It's gonna try and put it on the strike just to be a silly little bastard. Bonk. Should have probably looked at my top decks. There's like a non-zero chance that this guy... Oh, this guy has 16 HP. That was a really dumb place to kill him. I was thinking he had like 10 or 12. 10 or 12. All right, well, it's cooked. Even if he had 12, I'm still not killing him here. Yeah, because I didn't have pinpoints. Okay. Is death by 1,000 cuts in Slay the Spire 2? Not to my recollection. I could be wrong. All right, well, then we'll just kill this guy, and he gets away with all my bread. Rather tragic. What can you do? Pounce? Do we like a pounce? I'm not extraordinarily fond of a pounce, but I feel like I don't take it enough to have a developed take on it. I fucking took the path without the elite campfire because I was thinking of the question marks, because I was thinking about the fucking the dowsing rod or whatever. I'm high-key dumb as shit. I'm high-key throwing already, but it's fine. We'll bring it back. Ever a deflect here just to plan around like a potential I forget his name, but the fucking statue guy. I think it's a deflect here. Statue is not underdogs. Oh, son of a bitch. You're right. You're right. You're right. Sure, we'll just play it. Retain the purity. I don't think we're really using that. Deflect can help against the coral guy, though. That's fair. Das ist fair, I suppose. I think we just murder you, and then we take the 6. Blood's calling for help. I'm full blocking. Let's just get the curse out of the deck. Is there any other enemy in the entire Spire universe that has slow besides statue and giant head? I don't believe so. No, you fuck. Don't stop. That's mean. For some reason, I thought I had more mana. I'm using the pot here. I'm already throwing. Might as well commit. Don't summon, you son of a bitch. This is a secret elite combat? I mean, if you're dumb as shit, such as myself, then yeah, you're right on the money. But I think on the whole, maybe that's not the case. Weak potion back. We got an accelerant, a backflip, and a jamba. I guess Jamba's like not terrible. I don't mind the backflip, don't get me wrong, but I think it's just not what I'm looking for. Accelerant to uncommon? Yeah, accelerant is uncommon now. That was in the latest patch, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm just taking a Gamba. Oh. Gotta block 12 here. That's like not that crazy. Ooh. Ooh. That's a little stinky. Got the curse out of the deck. All blocks, no damage, I'll build. Get this man a juggernaut. Or I don't know, a splash maybe? Nah, bro, we got, yeah. 21's got the right angle, man. We got the pinpoint. That's good enough. It's good enough, bro. Now I'm going to just take 1,000 damage. No, I'm not, because we get the pinpoint back. Wait, can't I just run this? Exhaust literally nothing? I'm a fucking genius? We got a strike. I'm not taking damage. We get the curse out of the deck. $11 times 2? What? Surely we kill, though. Yeah, I'm frail anyway, so I'm just ripping the strike stream. Pretty easy video game for a guy like me. Oh my god, accuracy with all of my 0 shivs. This is huge. Shiv tech with no shiv. Poison tech with no poison. Or a prepared. For our, like, 1 sly payoff. This is big. I'd still take it. Any shiv card goes hard. Bro, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. This is why I don't play like this, because I'm stupid enough to always get punished for it. If I take the accuracy here, I'm literally never seeing shiv tech until I pass away. Okay, but 3 curses? That's literally what I'm saying. Prepared is so easy. Yeah, I always take prepared. Gamble? I'm not gambling. I'm not good enough at the video game to gamble. Give me another like 100 hours in the game, and I can think about it. But I'm like currently not good enough to gamble. Sorry. Do we have any AoE? Like, I think I just don't hit the elite here, because if it's the fucking the coral gardeners or whatever the fuck, the snake guys, like I just die every time. I think I take event into 2 campfires. Just full skip elites. Cheese room next, trust. I mean, that's not too bad. Do we upgrade the 2 randoms? I feel like hanging a card is usually better here, but I might be mistaken. Have we gone to a fire? What the fuck is our path? I'm being stupid and throwing because I was thinking, oh, I need the question marks for the one thing with the free power that we take. And then I just didn't take that, but I was still having the question marks free in my mind. So I was like, oh, we're going to get all the question marks. So I missed all the good shit. You need Shiv, so Cheese Room is the best thing to get Shiv cards. Hanging a card? Bro, I'm from Latro. I'm from the Latro side of the street. Strike plus defend plus. Pretty good for a guy like me. Okay, Smooth Stone. That's big. Are Shivs like a specific card type, or is there just a card called Shiv? There's literally a 0-cost attack called Shiv. It's like a whole archetype. There's a bunch of cards that produce them. It's like a token, essentially. Could upgrade. Best upgrades. Replay, defend, neutralize. And then probably pinpoint, because it's our only damage. Wow, pinpoint only goes up to 19. I mean, I guess you're normally playing that for 0, so that's intuitive, but like, goddamn. Bro is all block. Please rest. I unironically think we don't need the rest because there's 0 elite combats, and our deck is like Smooth Stone and then like only block cards and pinpoint. I think it's genuinely never a rest angle. Prepared is an important as fuck update. Yeah, prepared is also not bad. I never rest when above 30 HP. I'm not good enough at the game for that, but I play like I am sometimes. If you make like a ton of shivs and then you buff them, you can super explode somebody. Yeah. How was Balatro? Balatro went well. Just played a bunch of Plasma deck, and then I think blue deck Blue Stake, which was Freelo because it's blue deck. Upgrade Phantom Blades, Truth Nuke. I think give me a pinpoint just so I have like any damage. There's probably better. In isolation, there's definitely better upgrades there, but in the context of our deck being like only block skills and then pinpoint, I think just give me the pinpoint so I can actually like do damage. Double block strike, do this into another strike. I'm a fucking genius. And then we Phantom Blades. I do like that they made the Dex Potion blue as well. That's much appreciated. Flex Potion is terrible unless we get Shivs. Now the Flex Potion may be worth keeping over the Dex Potion. I think it's an instantaneous up my sleeve. The other ones, I think Flick Flack is like kind of bad even in isolation. I guess you can play it for free, so it's not bad. But I mean, up my sleeve is a gimme. Hate this dude's design. Have you ever pulled off a clone build with hundreds of cards in your deck? No, man, I've only gotten clone like literally 2 times ever. And both times it was like a very modest clone. I've never gotten some crazy shit before. I'm looking forward for the day. I think it's got to be up my sleeve. And then maybe we just skip a Dex Potion. Is the Dex Potion or the Weak Potion better? I feel like when we already have Oddly Smooth, and again, our deck is like all block, it's got to be the Weak, no? I think we keep the Weak. Streamer, what's your favorite Geometry Dash track? What does this upgrade into? 4 Shivs. Kind of want that. Could unironically be an upgrade Phantom Blades here now. Blade Dance is a lot better. You rarely get to play up my sleeve more than once if it's 2. Yeah. Das ist fair. I was playing Slay the Spire 2 with Unseen and Nightmare earlier, and he got a clone build off earlier. Damn, dude. I need to have a good one. I think it's upgrade up my sleeve for the same reason as it's upgrade pinpoint or whatever the fuck. I just need damage. I just don't care. Can I be honest? I feel like I don't know if this is a crazy like noob take. I feel like max HP in this game is like the biggest scam of all time. I feel like every event where it's like, hey, gain max HP. I'm like, I just don't want this at all. And transitively, I feel like every time there's like the starting relics where it's like, hey, you get this thing, but you lose max HP. I feel like I literally don't care about losing max HP at all. It's not bad. You get more from heals. Depends on the class, what you're doing. I mean, yeah, everything is contextual, I suppose. On average, though. This one is fine if you think you can beat the boss. Well, I'm pretty ass into this boss. So I think I might just take the heal here. Helps you heal more at each rest site and at each act. Yeah. I don't know. I just never really love it. I guess we're resting at this campfire no matter what, because I'm kind of ass into this boss, so we just want to be at, like, large HP, as it were. So maybe we get some free health here. Is it 3 damage every time? We could just do it, like, twice, go up to 75. Getting this with the starting relic to give more HP from healing can snowball hard together. It increases by 1 each use. Yeah, the gain, but not the damage, right? Scaling damage too? Oh shit. Oh yeah, I guess that's intuitive. Otherwise this would be like really good. Heal here and upgrade at fire. I mean, I don't hate that, but I think you're giving me that info with the context that I'm like a player who does not get shit on in Act 1, and that's just not true. I like suck ass at this boss. I'm gonna go for it though, because we're very block heavy. Need to upgrade Phantom Blades. Yeah. I'm going for it. I'm feeling myself. Don't take that too seriously. Play the 2 strikes into the pinpoint. I think it's just blades into defense. God, that smooth stone is so sexy. Holy. Okay, bottom deck the up my sleeve. Love it. That's good shit. Could just flex pot and kill here. That's got to be the worst play of all time. I think we hit him with one of these. And then we just strike twice. Bonk. There's a blade dance. Better than leading strike, yeah, because we don't have any strength tech. Dodge and roll is good, but we have enough block. I think it's just always the blade dance. Upgrade the Phantom. Let's do it. Oh, the up my sleeve right off the bat. Oh, you really shouldn't have. Do you regret not taking the accuracy now? Not in the slightest, I'm not gonna lie. Because in every reality where I take the accuracy, I'm already dead and the stream's over. We don't have a Phantom Blade set up yet, so these are just going to get shuffled back in the deck if I don't play them. I feel like I just rip every single one of these. Maybe that's not technology. I'm doing it anyway. This comes back to us at a certain point. Flex Potion, I think there's better angles for it. Hate the beckons, it is what it is. Yep. Shows up in the first hand, classic. Oh, Purity goes hard, though. Wait, this is a sexy Purity. Can I exile a strike here? I'm going to say no. I'm not tossing the weak potion yet. We can stick with it for a while here. There's the dance. That's what I was hoping for. Bonk. And then we just pass. High key Forgora, I was taking 2 there, but I don't think you're ever survivoring nonetheless. Now just dump my whole hand of attacks. Go next. Exile, he says. We're putting him in the crystal. I'm gonna say exile, man. It's the type of player I am. Come on now. Perfect. Pinpoint doesn't retain anyway. Might as well get the 1 damage. I'm vuln now. You're not attacking, though, so I'm not going to weaken your ass. Actually, I think this is a fantastic opportunity for that flex potion that I was talking about. Can you only use like a single 0 mana spell per turn or what? No, but I'm not just ripping all of my shivs because we have a power that says our shivs retain, which means that they stay in our hand through turns. And then that same power says the first one that you played does like a bunch more damage. So I haven't been just ripping every single one of my shivs because that would give me more damage in the short term, but over the course of the combat, it would result in less damage. Anyway, I think I just dump my hand here. And if I don't win, I get pretty close. You know, I was literally going to call out double beckon, no attack. Flex potion did 40 damage, by the way. Yeah. Beckons go through block. I'm blocking for 12. Yeah, I'm blocking for enough here. We're always surviving. Life finds a way. You gotta be shitting me. Nothing in the draw pile. You It's just always one of these. Do I have any shivs in the discard? No. I think we just take the one less, or the one more damage and we go next. Bonk. That's a historically good boss for me right there. I normally shit myself so hard into the fish. Adrenaline is a gimme. Serpent form I have personal affinity for. Seems good intuitively with a Shiv build. Don't love that it costs 3. Shadow Step, I don't think we're built for it. Although I will say I think Shadow Step is underrated. I think it's definitely either Adrenaline or Serpent form. You could convince me to take either or both here. I feel like, listen, we have a shitload of block. We have a decent amount of 0-cost cards in the deck. We're building around Shivs, which are 0 costs. Call me crazy for not taking the Adrenaline. I feel like it's got to be the Serpent form, no? It's one bad turn at the beginning of the combat, and then we just, like, win from there. I need to give this game another go. I didn't like the Ironclad, but Silent seems pretty cool to play. They remind me of Spellslinger Burn. That is, like, a decent amount of the... It's either Spellslinger Burn or, like, DOT for Silent. Serpent form kills you? Elaborate. Is it because of trying to place it? Just play the Defect. That's the only good character in the game. Serpent form with what block? Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. We got to deflect. We're fine, bro. Also, it's not gonna matter because we're just gonna get a mana relic from the ancient next. All right, I see the line. If it's just me though, I'm taking the Serpent form every time. But yet again, I'll listen to chat. Not gonna lie, not a big fan of the toy box. It has applications. Toasty Mittens. I like a cookie. Cookie's hard to pass. It's just pretty generically good. Mittens on a Shiv build seems pretty decent. What's your favorite Defect orb? Me personally, it's Lightning, but I will say Frost is growing on me very fast. Like, very fast. Can't beat Frost orbs, man. I think Lightning is more fun, but Frost has some fun tech here. Toy box got buffed, but upgrade 4 is still the best here. Is there not an application for Mittens? I'm assuming we don't care about Mittens as much just because we're Phantom Bladesing. Would that analysis be correct? Mittens helped my claw build, but it did eat 2 holograms and 1 claw against Queen. That's fucking tragic. Unseen with the hydrate. I got you, man. Appreciate you pulling up. The risk of it exhausting your key cards makes it not worth it. Fair enough. All right, we'll take the cookie. Adrenaline is a gimme, I think, as far as upgrades go. Blade Dance, I'm not too attached. I'm thinking it's Adrenaline. I'm thinking it's Neutralize. And then after that, the Replay Defend seems pretty inoffensive to upgrade. And then after that, just what the fuck ever. Maybe a Blade Dance. You only have like 1.5 Shiv cards, man. Prepared or Gamba? Yeah, Prepared would be good too. What does Gamba even do again? Retain. I don't think I care about that much. Maybe I do. Gamba's kind of bad in the context of Phantom Blades, though, no? I think just give me Prepared. All right, what do we got? Not much gold because that one fuck robbed me, so I don't know if early shop is the play here. Could be late shop. Late shop, if I'm taking elites, makes me not have like any heals, which is pretty cringe. We could just go no shop and go down this path. Elite fire treasure, elite fire. 2 rooms, elite fire. Pretty decent. I'm never going to be upset about that sequencing. I think it's just that path. And I think we just dodge shop. I want to try Golden Compass on single player and see how it feels on multiplayer. It's just insta take. Is that the one where it changes the path? I've taken it on single player. I don't know how it compares to the other relics, but like it seems decent in single player. Like I'm never regretting my decision to take it. I think we just go here. Changes the path and only one player has to take it. Yeah. All right, we're going to make your ass weak. Let's immediately go for the blades. I'm just going to Purity the Bane here. I'm not blocking nearly as much as I would like to. I think the Purity was bad. I was trying to set up Pinpoint. I think that's ass. I think I probably should have just gambled. I'm too far down the rabbit hole now. Back guy's never really an issue. I think we just set up kill on front guy. Adrenaline is Pog. Up the sleeve. Bonk. Bonk. Hand trick has us full blocking. Pescatara is this one relic that looks exactly like a Latro boss blind icon. That's the, I know exactly which one you're talking about. I just don't remember the name of it. But it's like, spend 5 gold to get a mana on each of your turns. Okay, I don't know if it's controversial. I'm quite partial to a leg sweep. I know it's 2 cost, which maybe seems cringe. Seal of gold, thank you. I almost like leg sweep in my eyes is like damn near an auto take across builds. I really like a leg sweep. Dagger throw and ricochet I think we don't need in the context of like what we're doing as well. I mean, we have sly tech with like the gamba and the prepared, but I just don't care about a ricochet when I have as many shivs as I do. Excuse me. Definitely a leg sweep, I think. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. Yeah, the Purity is really making me sad, I'm not gonna lie. I know chat predicted it! You don't gotta tell me. But it's making me really sad. What's on top? I have no attacks on top, so I think it's foolish to just spam shivs here. We'll take the 3 damage. Pinpoint. I'm not gonna lie, man. Feels a little bad since we upgraded it. However, I have shivs now. I feel like the DPS with up my sleeve is like not terrible. Call me crazy. I feel like we maybe let Pinpoint go. Let's determine that by looking at the next card. Mirage. 0 cost next turn gain a mana. Like, am I crazy for saying who cares? I guess you have a decent bit of draw on the Silent because of the ring and other such things, but like, I don't know, man. Outmaneuver 2.0. I will say I don't like outmaneuver in the OG Spire, like at all. Saying DPS in reference to a card game is really funny though. Listen. My nomenclature that I use for this game is cooked. Don't hold it against me. They keep making outmaneuver over and over, and it's not working. I feel like it's a tech. How do we feel about new expertise? I feel like I never took expertise pre-rework. How do we feel about new expertise? I want to like expertise. I feel like it's a tactician or it's a skip here. Getting retain is pretty nice on some builds. Yeah, but it's random retain. Does that actually... It's random retain and it's random retain for the turn. Do you care about that, like, at all? Toy box is huge. I don't remember what that is. We have an upgraded prepared and we have a Gamba. I feel like it's tactician for me. I don't think this is a skip. Although, what are we doing with the extra mana? Do we have, like, the card draw to even support extra mana? I feel like this is a skip. Oh, shit. I gotta grab. I think I'm grabbing pinpoint. Let's go here. Add the clumsy, obtain a relic. I literally always do that, whether or not it's the definitive good play. I don't think I've ever taken the gold and the damage on that a singular time throughout my life. Did a prepared angle, leg sweep, discard like a standard defend. I don't know which one of these guys is the optimal guy to target. I think it's the back guy. I could be completely off my rocker. I could be smoking crack, as the kids say. Well-timed Gamba. It's not getting rid of the toxics, but I think I don't care. Not being able to up my sleeve here is kind of cringe. I think I'm ripping the blades. I think I'm ripping a blade dance. And then we just fuck up the back guy. There's a neutralize. Literally the best timed purity ever. Holy fraud. Couple statuses and then we get out. Okay, maybe not. Hold that thought. Think we're blocking for enough. That's a gimme. Power pot. I feel like we could probably take that over the speed pot. The issue is, like, what would I want from that? I feel like we're blocking for enough. Even on, like, bad turns, I feel like we're blocking for enough for sure. I think we ditch speed pot for you. Second copy of pinpoint, I think I don't want. I'm fine with one pinpoint plus. I think it's definitely a blur for me in the context of this deck. Speed pot is bad because it requires foresight. You're so real for that, man. And counting? Dude, literally. Give me a blur here. I'm cool with a blur. Dare I say I actually quite like a blur. Okay, I'm immediately popping the power potion against this fuck. Well laid, I think, doesn't matter. Because we just have Phantom Blades. Abrasive is cool, I guess. Maybe After Image is better with all of our 0 costs when our dex gets fucking nuked, though. I like Abrasive. I don't think it's ever Abrasive for this fight, though. Because Abrasive is like 12 damage per round, and that's when he's multi-swinging. Otherwise, it's just 3 damage. That's kind of ass. And the dex doesn't matter. I think it's After Image here. It always matters. Retaining your hand is insanely strong. I mean, like, yeah. But does it matter here? How many, like, we're not playing enough cards into this fight for that to matter? Yeah, maybe we are. I think it's always an After Image. After Image kind of beats this Elite. Yeah, I think it's always an After Image for me. No attacks in the opener against this guy. A little rough, I will say. Blur kind of sexy. There's a leg sweep blur. That's certainly an angle. Wrong order, I don't care. Hit him with the 3 damage special. Yucky, man. I think there's a pinpoint there. Although I don't know if it'll actually end up mattering. Do we ever exhaust like a strike here with Purity or some shit? I'm not opposed, since I think strikes are pretty much just worthless. Even if it's a strike plus. Bottom deck the blades, that's rough. Excuse me. Replay cuts cost twice, I think. I don't know. On the pinpoint, yeah. It does. We defend first here. The shivs are just no damage once we pop the 1 card. I think we just strike and we let these like go into the deck for when we set up Phantom. This turn I'm just getting bent over, and it kind of is what it is. Phantom Blade's gonna save my ass. Reinstalled Slay the Spire 1 and I just died from a sneaky gremlin. Bro, I suck at this game. It's alright, man. It happens to the best of us. Just pull one of these. Excuse me. Taking 6. This is fine. Not bad whatsoever. Strangle? Do we like a strangle? This is why Phantom Blades is kind of weird. I feel like it turns shivs on its head. Because I feel like in a normal shivs build, I'm taking a strangle. But with Phantom Blades, I don't know. With Phantom Blades, that seems unintuitive. Do y'all think this enemy is too OP? I mean, I don't love it. I don't know if people say that he should be an elite. I don't know if I agree with that, but I think he's a little bit overtuned. Strangle kind of doo-doo might be a controversial opinion. I don't think it is. I don't know. I think it's high-key a skip here. I don't love any particular one of these. I mean, we could do dodge and roll, but I just like... If I can beat that fight, granted we did have an after image, but like if I can beat that fight without any like extra block type shit, I think we're kind of just chill. Oops, discarded a Shiv. That's on me, fellas. Dodge and roll is a card you only pick if you have Dex. Yeah, exactly. His gimmick is very elite coded. Yeah, I can see that argument for sure. 10 damage, 16 damage, plus 8 is 24. So I'm pretty much full blocked here. I think maybe we just rip a couple of strikes, call it a day. I'm not married to the blade dance yet. I'm thinking the Rouge in this fight is gonna help quite a bit. I'm liking a prepared. Or not a prepared, excuse me. A neutralize there. That's pretty sexy timing. Not what I love to see, it is what it is. Hunter Killer doesn't scale. Genuinely, it can be fine. Yeah. He's annoying for sure, but I don't think he's like the worst thing ever by any means. I think saying that he should be an elite is kind of delusional. Even with the weak pot, I'm never like blurring for anything significant here, so I think I just eat some damage and maybe pinpoint the front guy. Absolutely adore that we've bottom decked the Phantom Blades like every single time. 2 decks now from the Rouge. Kinda stellar. Hand is kinda dookie. Before the Taint thing, Hunter Elite was more interesting than Infested Prism. Yeah, Infested Prism was a complete chud before the rework, man. Spire 2 Card Shuffler is a cousin of the MTG Arena Shuffler. Don't worry, streamer. So true, so true. I'm just tossing the weak potion, man. I need to mitigate as much damage as possible at this point. I think I'm also just sacking the Purity. I do have the blades set up, though, so hopefully I'm not just getting my ass handed to me. This is kind of awkward. I'm taking so much damage, man, and I'm weak. Now I'm cooked into this fight. Mid guy is the guy to kill. He's not dying, though. I can tell you that much. I don't think any of these guys are dying unless I use, like, all of my shivs, which is not terrible because we have shivs in the discard. The pathing in Act 1 probably lost this run. I think you're correct, Amundo. Also, jokes aside, not taking Splash was, like, a horrible decision. I'm realizing that now. But hey, you live, you learn. That's why I play Spire, man. I gotta get more information into my noggin. I think you hit one of these. If we took one elite, we found Razor Tooth, by the way, in Act 1. Fuck, man, you're so right. Yeah, Shivs do 3 damage, Strike does 5, so I have 11 in my hand. Yeah, I'm just short of killing the front guy. So I'm taking the full brunt of this assault. I mean, I'm not doing the math because I'm too lazy, but like I can tell you that I'm dead. Haha, this Latro mod looks different. +2. God. True though. Welcome back, Goob. All right. Honestly, though, I gotta say that's a better than average silent for me. Which I think I'm attributing a lot to chat. But I also think I am improving at the game. Anyhow, that's gonna do it for me. This Latro update is crazy. I know, chat. It's insane, man. This is gonna be it for me tonight, chat. Appreciate y'all watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tomorrow, don't normally stream on Sundays, so I would say don't expect anything. Also, I need to work on my video tomorrow because I've been kind of procrastinating. So almost certainly will not be live tomorrow. But be back Monday. Anyhow, who are we raiding? Any raid angles? There's literally like nobody playing Latro. On my follow list, that is. Sizak's playing Blueprints, I guess. Otherwise, there's like literally 0 people in the category. The biggest streamer in the category right now is playing Bloons Tower Defense 6. I feel like that's about par for the course. Somebody grinding ranked gold stake? Somebody else doing PvP? Maybe they're also grinding. Somebody playing Toga's mod? Somebody playing gold stake. I don't know, man. I think, honestly, I'm just going to be letting y'all disperse. We haven't hit a disperse angle in a while. I like to raid. But I think I'm going to let y'all just go into the aether. BTD 6, finally a good game. True. Dude, I haven't played BTD 6 in forever. I actually meant to play it on the camping trip. But I got too into OG Spire. It sucked me in. Anyhow, yeah, I think I'm just going to let y'all disperse for the night. Chat, love you guys. Stay safe. Sleep well. And have a good one. No stream tomorrow. Like I said, we'll be back on Monday. Join the Discord, !Discord, or it's in the description in YouTube. We got a fantastic community of people in there. And if you're on Twitch, sub to the YouTube, !YouTube. We got videos coming out over there. I'm working on one right now. Anyhow, love you guys.